Welcome back in, builders. We're going to continue on with our Age of Wonders playthrough tonight. Hopefully my voice will hold out. We did a really long Wandering Sword stream today on the very precipice of finishing that game. Probably will have that done next stream. My internet was misbehaving this morning, but it's been absolutely perfectly fine this evening, so hopefully it's had its temper tantrum for the day, and we're going to be allowed to get some gameplay in here. Last time we had a pretty good start. We did make the world lean a little bit in our favor, where we kind of made this a world with a lot of undead, and we are playing a order nation, so we have lots of spirit damage. So we did tip the scales a little bit in our favor, but I think we have played pretty decently, and we had an all right start around here. We are getting legions as the finally. We are kind of behind on the enchantment game, unfortunately. We have also unlocked paladins, but we can't recruit them until we get a tier 3 city, so we're a little bit behind on that perhaps, but otherwise doing pretty good. If we look at our neighbor here, looks like he has one city, well, 2 cities, one little city, and this guy to the south, I don't know where his throne city is. I'm guessing it's down here. In fact, I'm almost certain it's down here. So it looks like he also has 2, so we're maybe a little bit ahead of tempo. I would really like to get a 4th city. We have a pretty good area down here that we could plop it in, and that's going to be one of my first things looking to do here. We need to have 200 to expand the number of city cap, so that's where we're at on that. Well, checking in on chat here. Hey, Dorby Sands, how are you, man? Glad to have you. And Kaylee Henson, good evening. Back into the madness. Yeah, back into the madness indeed. Hopefully we'll continue to go pretty well here. Okay, let's get to it. So negotiations complete, no surprises there. We are relatively diplomatic. Everyone else seems to be going the evil route, so we kind of have an advantage going for making friends. We could integrate them, but we're looking for vassals. We're not really looking for integrations. I did notice up here, we're not producing a unit. I guess I don't need to. We could drop a wayfarer. You know what? Let's get another wayfarer out. We have a lot of map left still, and it's good to have eyes on the map, as it were. One thing we did much better this game than last game, we had Kha Meh here, clear out a whole bunch of infestation. So the only one I have around here that's really concerning is this dragon's lair, but there's no way I'm taking out prosperity dragons, etc. with just my tier 1-2 army at the moment. This army right here really needs a paladin at the bare minimum. And I'd like to probably switch out a Vowkeeper, so get a Paladin and something else, or yeah, probably something like that. We did start with this Inferno Hound, who's actually done a pretty good job for us. I can't really complain about his performance. I was pretty disappointed when that's what we got, but yeah, he's actually been pretty good. Beyond that, let's see. We are starting a second army. Right now we only have the support unit for it and nothing else. We'll continue to work on that. We got a granary incoming that needs 2 foresters, so we need to add a forester here. We'll have that in 2 turns, so that should be just fine. We're working on a stonemason, which is boosted. Yeah, and a tavern, which is boosted. Over in Kelasa, we are working on a stonemason that is boosted, and then nothing else is queued up. That should be okay. I wish we had... No, we do have a second. That's our 3rd army. Yeah, 2nd army. We have... I don't remember your name. I'm sorry. Yina, let me solo. Yeah. Out here doing some work. I believe this is another battle saint. Yeah, another battle saint. I do like to diversify a little bit, but our choices were limited, let's just say. So it looks like we're kind of healing up. We've already taken our move for the turn, so we'll go clear that out next turn. Should be a pretty good warm-up fight for me here. Okay, let's go ahead and process that turn. We're on turn 27. It'll be 28 here when this one processes. So still relatively early in the game, I would say. Astral Eclipse Aftermath. Behold, the stars are reignited one by one. The astral eclipse draws to a close. With a single night, all the constellations have returned to the firmament. In the distance, flashes of dazzling lights evidence the glee of your mages who have discovered the return of their powers. A new age of wizarding and enchantments draws. Let the magic flow freely from your fingers once again. All right. That was not very painful, frankly. I guess we have the benefit that we were behind on getting our enchantments out, so we weren't really affected. Oh, we've got a pikeman already heading that way. Cool. Okay, fanatical workforce was researched. Ooh, okay. Some decisions to be made here. Heroic stand. Pretty nice. This is from the new tome. Double check my name. Virtue. From the tome of Virtue. And pretty good spells in here. So negative status effects removed. Steadfast means you can't be brought below 1 HP. And we ignore casualties. That's a decent little combat spell. House of Charity, interesting building. You lose 10% gold, but you gain double the amount in food and production. I wouldn't mind that. And Vigil. Vigil would be a really good unit to get out. It is, are you technically a battle mage? Yeah, you're a battle mage. Radiant Bolts, chance to blind is not terrible. And then Purifying Blast is an AoE that's pretty darn good. So yeah, that would be pretty decent. We're kind of behind on mana though, and this is 150 mana just to cast that, so probably not him. I think I'm gonna go House of Charity. We're gonna try to lean into that relatively early. Hey Droog, good to see you. And Adius, made it early, huzzah. Well, welcome in, man. Good to see you. Okay, let's do that warm-up fight. Probably get started. Negotiation successful. Yep, that's fine. Ditto, that's fine. And we don't have what I need for that. Yeah, okay, we are good there. Let's do that warm-up fight. We're in good shape. This is a, I mean, it's not a stellar army or anything, but should get us going. All right, so Bone Werevin, we've been fighting a lot of those. Some birds, shouldn't be too bad, and some skeletons, so shouldn't be too bad here. Just got to remember this thing can fly past us. Ideally, we will get our Sworn Guard on that Werevin, if at all possible. Think he's probably gonna spit first. All right, yeah, let's just go in for it. A little bit awkward here, but that's okay. Yeah, support in there. Where do we want our mage? I think we're gonna stick him here. This is, he'll probably spit at the mage if I had to guess, but that's okay. It's not gonna be too much damage. Defends. Probably face that direction, gives us the best chance not to get flanked. And then that direction on you. And lots of protection running up here. And you. Okay, let's go. Okay, not what I would have expected, honestly. I wonder if that terrain gave him a penalty that was enough that he decided he wasn't interested. I mean, that's fine by me. Mana income seems good, probably due to the vassals. Yeah, it is. We have not hooked up a lot of mana yet. And we also just came out of that event that was neutering our mana income. So, yeah, we've had a slow start when it comes to the magic stuff. Research is okay, just getting magic out isn't great. We don't have Legion of Zeal up, which is kind of embarrassing, and would be a nice little damage boost for us. All right, Phantasm Warriors I don't love, and they're not a good target for this. I would much rather these go and get on him if at all possible. We didn't really take that much damage over here. I can hook the units up. Yeah, look at that. Let's just wipe those. Not let them stand still and just hit us. We do need to remember we don't have the grant and attack on this. This is not our, I almost called it our pretender, our main character. So we got to watch that. I think I might just go finish that off, frankly. I think that's probably a good use of a hero's time. Let's just do it. That link will allow these guys to hit 100%. So it can be really good, and it's a great counter to dodgy type units. But it doesn't do any dot damage, unlike the fire one that we had with Ripjaw. So it's kind of a different kind of attack. All right, now, yeah, you guys are nice and defensive. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. Let's let's hit these guys. And then these guys, we'll finish them off. Unfortunately, we are going to get a return hit. That's not too bad. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, you guys run up here, do your defensive hit. I'm going to draw the retaliation. And then you guys cannot make it to him at this turn, but we could start rotating. I'm very interested in getting these on him, not fighting these phantasms. I don't think they need to use any magic either. I have to say, I am really been enjoying Age of Wonders again. It's a game that I just have never had enough time, I think, to put my hours into, as it were. I just love designing nations. Since we streamed last time, I've designed a couple more and dinked around a little bit in there. It scratches that same itch as Pretender design, but with a little more flavor and a little less mechanic, I guess. So, quite nice. Callie says, question, been playing Planetfall and love the similar systems. Age of Wonders 4 drew me in. Is Age of Wonders 3 similar? Yes, it is similar. I mean, this is, I would say, a much more refined system. I have more time in 4 than 3 at this point, I think. I would say for me, the biggest differences were probably subtle mechanical differences. In 3, the unit that gets the kill gets the XP, so you do some shenanigans to level up certain units. And in 3, you can heal your units in combat. So you do this weird dance where you have one wounded unit and you try to juggle it while you heal up all your units to full. In this game, the combat healing is temp HP, so there's no point in doing that. So I think if you get the Age of Wonders 3 on good sale, I think it's a totally playable game. I enjoyed it. But I do think 4 is the superior game in my opinion. So, but both are good. And there is a continuous story, so characters from the other games will show up. I don't know the story well enough to say much more than that, but if that's kind of something that you're into, that is a feature there too. All right, let's get rid of these. Bye-bye. And then we do have you on the proper unit. Okay, I'm gonna have you zip behind him. And you can come up here. And you both can hit him. Yeah, I think if you like Planetfall, I mean, these are very similar systems, and Age of Wonders 4 is an offshoot of early Planetfall engine, so there's more similarities there too. I think units feel like they move around very similar, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's do the defensive strike here because he's going to retaliate. Plus, by doing the single hit, we got 2 stacks of Sunder armor, Sunder defense. That is one of the things I really, really like about that new Tome of Enchantment. I really think you're cooking on factions that can take advantage of the single hits. They get the double stacks. So now this dude has 3 stacks of Sunder. Look at that damage, 69, nice, and 18 spirit damage. That's just ridiculous. Perfect sense, yeah, no problem. There's definitely something to be said nowadays, Steam's library is so deep. If you can wait for good Steam sales, you can buy games for a reasonable amount. Let's just say that. I've definitely picked up a few titles for $3 to $5 that I was very happy with, that if I had bought them at full price, yeah, so-so. Of course, conversely, I've said this example a couple times, but I got super excited a couple weeks ago because the new Dynasty Warriors popped up on my Steam feed as on sale. I was like, oh boy, I was gonna buy that when it went on sale. And I went to buy it and I'm like, wait, it's $55. That's not on sale. And then I look, I'm like, no, it's 30% off. And then I look again, I'm like, oh, they want $80 for this game. This is ridiculous. I'm not paying $80. That's why I didn't buy it. So I left grumpy and didn't buy it. I'm not paying $50. I'm just not gonna do it. You're gonna have to tempt me a lot more than that. They need to definitely have some price realignment within the industry. I think Claire Obscure definitely shamed them. Definitely shamed them. Okay, I think while you're not undead, I think we're gonna head this direction. That should be an easy fight. This probably has water elementals, so that probably will be a harder fight. But we'll still head that way. Okay, here we're in relatively good order. Yeah, I think this will probably just be an auto. Gremlins are annoying, but they're not gonna stop us. Yeah. Divine Delicate. Its layered voice, resonating with metallic harmony, exclaims, "Be not afraid, for this was your ordeal, and in its glory you have bathed. The foul creature shall no longer ravage these sacred lands. Rise now and seize your divine retribution." Little biblically accurate angel for you guys here. Which boon will you seek? We could gain some rep. Nobody's competing with me for rep. We could gain a monk. I mean, monks are fine, but frankly, we already have a fighter unit, and our fighter unit is better for what we're doing because of that defensive strike. These guys really like to do 3 hits, if memory serves. So, it's kind of whatever. We could take some good alignment. We're definitely going to take the good alignment. Just as a reminder, the good alignment feeds directly into our devotion level, and we're really looking to get to 120. We are currently at 50, so that'll take us to 60 right there. All right, we cannot move anywhere, so that's that. Bandor Log has finished the production building, and we are starting our tavern. I also really like to clear this Bronze Wonder. Like, really like to clear that. Okay, that is what that is. Mount of the Oath. Still needs 2 turns on Granary. Nothing I can do about it. Research is incoming. I think that's about it. Do it. Ooh, derelict. Ooh, I'm so glad that's not next to me. Knowing my luck, though, it'll probably still send its units to attack me and not one of these people. Those are hard. Those are up there with like the dragons for me in difficulty scaling. Okay, we are clear. I'm basically just trying to clear out spots that are things we are going to collect. I really wish you'd move. Probably should grab that territory before they do. That's a little annoying. All right, we can't reach any of these, unfortunately. Let's top off, I guess. If I'm not going to get there anyways, that'll just make sure we're full. A little disappointing. All right, Legions of Zeal, please. I kind of missed last session. Why is he wearing a pawn on his head? This is our tribute. This is our tribute. If we pop it open, it's Yina Let Me Solo. It's a reference to Let Me Solo Her. If you get that reference, it was I guess a guy that was helping people in oh, why am I blanking? Not Dark Souls. Erdtree, help me out. Whatever. Kind of famous meme / really good character. He wore a pawn on his head. Why can't I not think of the name of that? Wow. It's been a day. We did a 6-hour Wandering Sword stream. You'll have to forgive me. Okay, we have all the support stuff. We want a paladin next really badly. And then for the other unit, we're going to want our other tier 3. So I think we're kind of done until we get the next building. I may buy out this upgrade. What did you need? You needed a forester. Forester acquired. Okay, then we need a tier 3 bastion. 800. I may do that. We actually have an economy this game, weirdly enough. All right, you can just be on auto. Let me see how much I need to get this going. Library would be good. Training hall would be good. Training hall's draft in gold. Let's get the food. Let's go a little greedy here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy that out. This is a little, I mean, that's, you know, it's expensive, but that allows me to start in on the recruitment. So Paladin, what I really like about these are they have a really nice heal, just a good heal with stats protection. They have Smite. Smite fixes the problem that shield units have where they can't do enough damage. So Yes, it has a cooldown, but just like with our fighters, we're gonna run up and smite. It will enter us into defensive mode, so that's just straight up as good as our other one. And it's gonna do the same thing with our enchantment, where we'll stack 2 stacks of Sunder on them from this. So this is gonna be really, really nice. And they're just a shield unit otherwise. Decent stats. We also have the Avenger, that's what you're called. This is our shock unit. Very, very nice, very, very powerful unit. And in fact, I think we're gonna build that first. Oops, just one, please. Actually, no, do build me 2. I want to get one into our other group ASAP so that we can have him to help here. So, in fact... No, that's too greedy. I was going to say maybe we just buy it, but no, that's too much. All right, we do need to get a lot more units, though. Blacksmith needs 2 quarries. Let's do that. And I can't speed it up because we need to buy governance. All right, this hero is going to found another town down here. So that's the plan. Probably like right in here or something. It's kind of towards the middle. I mentioned this last time, but man, I absolutely love that you don't have to found your city on the coast to still get coastal buildings. One of my favorite things here. I really like that. Lay on hands, what a creepy pervert. Don't worry, it's a paladin. It's all right. What difficulty is this? Just normal. Because you're dominating. Well, don't inflate my skill too much here. If you think I'm good at this game, go watch the previous one. We had a miserable start. A miserable start. It was so bad. We've just done well this game. And I mentioned right at the beginning, I did tip the world a little bit in our favor because I knew we were going to play a spirit damage type. And I generated the world as undead, which have a weakness to that. Hey, J-Rob, how's the monkey? We are doing good. We are monkeying around. You don't want to go on auto? Like, what's your problem? Okay, I guess I can tell you to walk and then go on auto. That's fine. Right now to go on auto. Okay, we already looked at that. We did get Rally of Legions. There's another mechanic I've mentioned before. I'm not good at using Rally of the Legions particularly well. That's something I should probably work on. Okay, more negotiations succeeded. For anyone who didn't catch last time, we are playing kind of a Kailasa-esque type thing. We are the white ones, white sage monkeys. We are strong, hardy, and have bulwark. That ties in with those defensive attacks that we're using. We're playing Oathsworn with righteousness. We are devotees to good. Gives us extra gold and Imperium per level of alignment. And we're going to gain extra experience while we're at maximum good alignment. So quite nice there. And then we are Keepers of Knowledge. So researching a new skill grants 10 allegiance with all free cities. Unlocking new tomes give us 100. We gain 10 knowledge with each empire we have open borders. And we have some extra alignment for good. So we started at the first level of good via this, which was quite a nice little boost at the beginning. Getting that extra damage and stability in our cities. Okay, you are very doable. We'll just waddle through the woods in that direction. We're heading that way. Okay, you are in perfectly fine shape. And we can poke that. I'll try an auto, but we'll probably need to manual it. Oh, no, that's fine. That's acceptable. God, I love that mechanic. I know I keep saying it, but feels good, man. Okay, we produced some building here. I lost track. Oh, it was the tavern. Okay, bathhouse would be fine. Hall of Devotion. Golden Draft. We do need to get more units out, so that's tempting, but it is boosted. We are not ready for this. We're doing okay on mana, but we sure could do more. Let's get the Hall of Devotion. Let's get that money in draft. Okay, Kailasa. Let's grab this mine. Okay, hero leveled. Okay, this is Yina. We have already done the healing and the buff. It looks like we're getting the Champion of War leveled up. Yeah, let's just go for the unit buffs for now. New rally started. Tyrant Knight. The problem with the Rally of Lieges is they're not our species, so they don't have our racial enchantments. I don't know, that just doesn't really like those. Let's just put it that way. That is a nice tier 4 unit, but you know what? We're gonna have our own shock units coming out here in a second. It's fine. I'm not that interested. Yeah, my thinking is I'm gonna get them to kind of clear their way down to where we're gonna found the city, and then we'll bounce back up there with the higher tier unit. Rally can be good if you build decent groups for an ally town and have them raid. That's true. That's true. But like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with that. That's one of the mechanics. This is such a mechanical rich game, and it's deep enough that you don't need every mechanic to win. So I'm just trying to improve a little bit at a time each time. That's definitely something on the to-do list, is get better with that. All right. Nope. Again, we're going to let things go because alignment is really, really, really good for me. Helm of Hyper Awareness. You want to be hyper aware? You sure do. What else do we have? We don't have a different mount. Okay. So we are up to... We need to get to 70, and we are 70. So we're up to Devotee. Very nice. So Noble Spirit is now getting 4 spirit damage, and our city's just got an extra 10 stability. So 120 is our next stop on that. Okay, let's look a little closer. Where do we want to found? Probably right here. A little bit of a stretch down to the sheep, but definitely in range. These sheep probably belong to you, and then this could go to either. Yeah, I think that's going to be the case. So to wit, I think. Okay, we can't reach it with everyone, but I don't need everyone. I just need our hero to be in there. Be able to build the outposts. There we go. We've already increased our city limit, so all we got to do is actually get this done and pay for it. And then you can hop back in there. All right, we'll definitely take you out, and we may clear a little bit more of this before heading back up there. Got our House of Charity unlocked. Okay, Spell Tempered Shields will give us some extra resistance on our shield units, which we're now going to build. And when we enter defensive mode, they gain extra resistances, so sure. Ilasa finished their building. Let's get the O square immediately. That's fine. Mines grant 5 mana. I very much want that, but waiting until I can get the next city started before we do anything there. I usually consider others to be pawns, but to be used as I see fit. But you, Warrior Sage Kha Meh, may be more than that. All right. This is only a little bit evil dragon. We are definitely going to end up at war with everybody because we seem to be the only good guy. Everyone else appears to be going evil. And we're devotees to good, so we don't have a choice in that. Yeah, look at that. Cities have an extra 20% stability. Rumors reach you that the renowned trainer ogre has set up a training camp in your dominion, west of Bandor Log. The trainer ogre arrives in your court to pay his respects. Strength and wisdom to you. I was in the service of the renowned Gaudier and rulers. Now I wish I walked my own path. It'd be an honor to offer services to the great warrior sage such as you. Then, lowering his voice, he adds, or whatever other Gaudier or hero come to visit me. A training camp will exist for 15 turns. Welcome in. We could get just extra defense and evasion. That'd be great. Overcharge cast. We don't have a caster, so that's kind of whatever. Governance, gain 100 renown or intensive training. Hero immediately gains 1 skill point. Governor-wise, Kha Meh, what are you sitting on? You should be doing all right. We don't have another infestation for him to be able to clear anytime soon. We're not going to be able to take that dragon. What is your third level? Units cost less gold and we get some draft. That would be really good. We may just pick that up. What is yours? Clear resource nodes. You know, we're gonna get that one sooner or later. Let's buy that. Governance training for Kha Meh. Yes. That'll make our main recruitment hub faster and cheaper. And go. Yep, you are correct, Dorby. There is one more oh, and there they are. Hail, Warrior Sage Kha Meh. It seems we share kinship. My name is Herner Gym Healer. Too many god year wage war on realms. I find it more rewarding to make peace, don't you agree? I really agree. Are you a good guy? You at least don't seem ridiculously evil. You like some order? I like order. All right, here's a gift. You want to have a wizard spot? I can't afford to pay that at the moment. Okay, yeah, we did luck out. Are you up here? No, you're not. Where did we find you? Is it you? No, you are evil. Okay, we're not sure where he's at, but that's okay. He might be beneath me. True neutral? I'll take it. They're not evil. All right, we finished the spell tempered shields. Time for a new tome. Okay. I need to boot my brain here a little bit what my plan was. It's either a material. It's here too. Okay, we may need to look here. So Tome of Inquisition is good. Like let's just be honest, that is good. I don't think we go Tome of Inquisition. Tome of the Beacon, Mighty Meek is the real deal here. We're using a lot of those units now, but will we in the future? Yeah. Chaplain's recently buffed. It got moved over to this tome. It is a good unit. Bless is a really nice buff. And I've heard their heal's pretty good. Yeah, 35. But, yeah, it's okay. Let's look at... I don't think we're going Construct. We're not going Dungeon. Not going Winds. Not going Shade. Yeah. Unfortunately... I think this round we go Tome of Artificing. We need some more materium for future things. Unfortunately, though, really the only thing out of here I like is the Artisan Armaments for the crit. So, a little bit of an unfortunate pick here. We're going to try to just pick really cheap stuff and zip through this as fast as we can. We could go for tier 1. Yeah, we totally could, but I don't think... I'm not looking to diversify. What we want to get here in a minute is going to be Prophecy. I think you're under this, aren't you? No, you're under Astral. Prophecies. And we already have the order we need for that. So, nothing stellar there. How do enchantments work? They buff all units that cost upkeep? Yep, they sure do. So different ones will cost different amounts for upkeep, but like let's say it's fighters and shield units and pole arms and they each cost 2 mana. That's exactly how it works. So if they all died, you wouldn't have any upkeep, but your enchantment would still be up. Yeah, I think we're gonna do armaments. The crit buff is just that good, especially for our shock unit. So it's all right. Some siege stuff isn't bad to unlock either.
Artifice, I like to think, is the ultimate expression of genius made physical. To translate something as intangible as an idea into a working, walking automaton is truly a magnificent thing. When one can turn such creations into behemoths, marrying machine with magic that can level or raise a city, they may veritably claim the title of Artificer.
Out of that tome, the number one thing we don't want is the Iron Golem, because we're already going to use Paladins, so The other stuff's okay, but this is what we were looking for, so we kind of lucked out there. Okay, what was in this fight? We can definitely take that. All right, zip over here and pop out. We'll try the auto. Yeah, that's totally fine. Fallen from grace. Still captive, a graceful figure stands before you. It wears humble clothes and no shoes, yet there's something divine in it. It says, "May the Archons bless you, my savior. Once I was among the divine, but now I'm nothing more than a penitent. I wander these lands seeking atonement through service to the righteous. Please allow me to redeem my faults. Tell me, what penance must I endure?" We're definitely taking the good points. 10 more alignment, yes please. Yoink.
Hey.
That was really cheerful. What do you got? A chaplain and a bunch of bannermen on elephants. I mean, that is totally killable. I don't even know why you're out and about. That's a little weird. Yeah, let's keep going down here for now. Okay, Kha Meh. All right, we'll try the auto again. We may have to actually manually do it. It's fine. I'll take it. Padded shield. Ooh, might have a shield upgrade. We've just been rocking this plain Oathsworn shield. Gives us 3 defense when we're in shield wall against non-flanking attacks. A padded shield does that, and resistance and some generic defense. Yes. I would like to upgrade my shield. Thank you. All right, we'll circle around to clear some more of this out. Okay, I believe here needed a second quarry. Do it. Famed province. Someone below my feet. I think it's you. And you know what? I actually have a Whispering Stone, so let's be friends. We get a lot out of making friends. Look at that. We have Arcanum Ore. Hurry recruitment of units is 25% cheaper. Not bad. Archon Blood, 15 casting points. Tranquility Pool. Researching spells cost 10% less. And we actually have the what do they call it? Not combo bonus. Collection effect. Plus 15 Imperium income. We have Haste Berries. Founding, Mitigating, and Absorbing Seas cost -2 turns. Silver Tongue Fruit, extra alliance. And Rainbow Clovers. We definitely need to get crafting. We actually have some good stuff that we could be doing. We really need to get on that. Okay, you're still building. I better not rush those units. We are looking at a little bit of a money crunch here. Okay, Kha Meh leveled up. Okay, for Kha Meh, we're really heading towards Condemnation and then Smite. Probably down this route. We did take this though, so maybe not. Extra defense and some evasion. Extra resistance and status resistant. We can still get over here. Warding bond. No. Yeah, let's go that way. Can you only research one spell from each tome? No. You need to research... What's the easiest way for me to show this? A number of researches to unlock another tome. But what you get to research is randomized. So I could pay 50 mana to shuffle my options. You also can pay to lock it. So like, if I'm like, oh, I really wanted repeater bolts, but I need artisans, I could pay to lock this. So you also, it's random from anything we haven't unlocked from our other tomes. So some of the earlier stuff can show up in here too. Can be kind of nice because they'll be relatively cheap. So we can quickly research those to unlock more tomes, or try to fish for the better spells, one or the other. Let's get those shields improved. Made friends with the city. Excellent. Whispering Stone returned. Okay, do we have Okay, you've already returned my stone. Need to make more friends. Can't do any here. All right, let's look underground. Do we know of anyone else? We've given you one. I have more whispering stones than I have future friends. Oops. All right, we just need to wait till we find another city. Integrated, not interested. Proceed. Chieftain Warden Thickskull of the Free City, Axe Ward, greets you. Salutations, Warrior Sage Kha Meh, your reputation precedes you. It gives us hope to meet a Warrior Sage who shares our beliefs. We look forward to learning from you, and we trust you will respect Axe Ward's territory. Sure, we definitely will. Good luck. Alright, nothing else to do here. I think we're just committed to clearing some more of this out, so yeah, you can head there. Let's roll the turn. What's interesting about this, Adius, is the tome. Think of the tomes. Yes, they're magic spells, but we're also building our own tech tree, is the way I think most people would consider thinking about it. It's a really interesting system. It's a little more spicy. Oh, because it's a magic material. Every 2 turns, all units are teleported 2 hexes. I think that's fine. Let's see if we can auto it. We totally can. Camouflage Ring of the Killer. We get Flanker. We don't like to flank because we're Oathsworn. We don't get our noble bonus damage. So flanking's kind of whatever for us. Inspiring Killer and Universal Camouflage. Those are fine. Nothing crazy. You have a ring, which is normal camouflage. There you go. You can upgrade. Here, I got a ring for you. No, I don't, because I can't give it to you. You actually are a caster, aren't you? Maybe we could give them the other training. Kha Meh. That should be a pretty easy fight for us. I can do better than that. That's true. We could give a stone to our own city for some, what is it, like a stacking buff up to 10 stability? I mean, there's no harm in having higher stability, so we could definitely do that. Oh, right, you're the weird group that has double supports. I'm just turning people to make sure we don't get flanked or anything. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. How the heck did they wound my one guy that badly? Okay, step 1 is definitely going to be you popping a heal here. I kind of want you to go blop him. I'll tell you what, you run over here. Do a good shot to him. You guys finish him off. Taking the hits on somebody with temporary HP is preferable to real HP damage. Get out of here. Okay, you guys run over here and blap them with a defensive hit. Just a cool 36 damage. Alright, you run up here and attack that. Run to here. Grant him another turn. And goodbye. Yep. And I guess just move forward. Sure. Feels good when I actually manual these fights and actually do better than the AI did. Feels really bad when I manual the fights and do worse. All right, zip up here, get rid of those. Zip over here. Absolutely wrecked. Yeah, we did so much better than the AI did. I almost take offense to how bad that result was. $93 gold, sure. Outpost founded. We're just going to immediately go up to city. Okay, that does leave me with 100 Imperium. 150. Yes. Please give me mines. Give me mana. Okay, here we're still recruiting. Army needs 3 quarries. A house of charity quick. There's no booster on that. A mint. You know what? Let's get the item forge up. Let's get the item forge up. Items are so ridiculously good. We can probably do something. All right, and you might be our friend. Can we maybe do a trade? So they have a focus crystal and we have a tranquility pool. Is that what we have extra though? I'm not sure how to read this. That's not what I want. That's what I want. We don't have an extra tranquility pool. We have a lot of silver tongue. So is that telling me that he's not interested in silver tongue? I don't want to give him tranquility pool. I'm guessing that must be the case. All right, what about him? They have tranquility. Okay, that's no use. Is this telling me that they are not interested? Or they just really... Everyone just really wants my tranquility pool. Well, you can't have it. We only have extra silver tongues around these parts. Okay, here. We're happy, and you know it. We do have a lot of expenses coming. Let's just grab the quick shipyard. Get the money coming. And you went up to level 2. Let's grab the quick library and get our research moving. And we don't have any shield units, but I can still cast the enchantment. And then when we get some, they'll just have it up and running. Okay, next. Is it time? It'd be Awakened Tools. It's only 6 upkeep. I think it's time we awaken tools. We could give Pledge of Righteousness. That's for the doggos. Let's get the tools up. So 20 production, 20 draft, minus 10 stasis ability. But because we're getting plus 20 just for free, that's not very painful like it normally is. Rivalry. Okay, that's the guy to my south. We don't love that. I need to kind of finish with my expansion clearing so we can go focus. Okay, you have already moved. Oh no! Infestation is sending units! No! Don't do it! Alright, that changed the situation a little bit. Let's rush that. I need that unit. You zip over here as fast as you can. Try to get these 2 guys to meet up before that unit arrives. That will intern. All right, 3 wolves and some birds. Pretty sure we can take that with an auto. It hurts the doggo, but I think that's okay. Ooh, nice extra draft. All right, you probably, well, what do you got? A whole bunch of support units. That might be a little iffy. I'm gonna let them heal for at least a turn. All right, you are also good to go. Workshop first. And we don't have anyone extra at the moment. Yep. Shipyard. Let's we go a little, you know what? Why do I even ask? Let's take the academy. Getting ahead in research is very, very nice. All right, you could use a tavern. We're getting kind of close. We could do a training hall pretty quickly. Let's get the money income. Here we're ready to get another province. I need quarries here. Nice of you to like cut me off there. I better just grab this before they do. As much as I don't love that. Right, do I have anywhere? Yeah, this guy standing here seems to be blocking me from getting the mana, even though we're friends. So that's a little annoying. Okay, Lhasa can expand. All right, now we have this spot, so I want to try to grab these because they're worth more. So let's see. Guess we just take the farm over here because it's connected. All right, awaken tools. Let's do it in the capital first. And then let's go immediately recast it. It's only 6 mana, so that is going to be a nice little bump for our production. Vassals gain 1 alliance levels when first vassalized. That's whatever. Career soldiers. This is what we should probably buy next. 175. And or maybe road building. Yep. Welcome, friend. Welcome. Okay, Kha Meh. Turn done. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I'm sure the dog dies in auto combat, so we're probably gonna... Or not? Okay. Okay. The dog does not die in the auto combat. Because he's a good boy. Your heroine, Yina, let me solo. Appointed Governor of Banner Log approaches you in distress. Warrior Sage, I would like to ask your advice for the following matter. A group of disgruntled veterans has been stirring up trouble at the city. They have just set up camp outside the gates, where they continue to sow discontent and make demands. Yet the city guard does not want to take up arms against their own. What should we do? I'll deal with them. Okay, we will deal with them. Ooh, indeed. Alright, let's go take those. I think I'm okay with that. We were gonna need to rest anyways, so. Also, you leveled. Okay, here, I think we're gonna get started. Again, I'm gonna make paladins, not clerics. I think that I like that build. That's what it comes down to. Okay, artisan armaments. Oh, baby. 25% crit chance. Okay, so this is what I was saying, like, this is from older tomes, but they are cheaper in cost. So there is something to be said about getting these. That being said, we don't have any archers, or at least none I'm going to use anytime soon. A summonable unit does have its value. I think I'm going to take Heroic Stand, though, because that could save a valuable unit's life. All right, you guys, I still want to get you guys connected. That does give me hope that maybe I can clear this layer. I would really like that if that was the case. And get rid of those, because obviously they're going to keep attacking me, because of course. All right, now you may actually become under attack. I could see a naval landing here, so Palisades wouldn't be terrible. That being said, I think we're going to start with a storehouse, because you're expanding very slowly. Awakened tools. I think you get next. We're still making plenty of mana, so not too worried here. More tools, please. We already did that. Other rulers have started a war. Ooh. Well, last time, the person I allied with got themselves goinked, so hopefully that doesn't happen this time. Day 36. Your claimed province has been captured. See what I mean? Alright. You know what? You're already banging the drums of war on me, aren't you? Let's start getting a war justified here. So we look at grievances. He insulted me. He built near one of my outposts. Alright, so let's do a pronouncement. Do we want to declare him a rivalry? Modifier solely degree scores minus 300 will be added to your relations. Yes. Okay. All right, we're both banging the drums of war at each other here. Okay, you need a paladin, and then you're ready to go. Might be in the nick of time here. All right, armory, you're looking more and more juicy. 30 draft income. Start on that for me, would you? All right, you guys come up here. I really want to get this cleared, but I don't think this is the group to do it. All right, you guys move to here, and then you can initiate that. Can I auto you? I would lose my new unit. No, 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 no. No, we don't lose our unit. That's being silly. All right, what do we have here? Distracting Whispers. Every 2 turns, one of the attacking units has a 90% chance to be suffered from distracted. Okay. What, did the AI just take this guy and charge him straight forward? Is that what happened? You can actually watch the AI's fights and see what they're doing. It's usually dumb. All right, you are gonna need to heal, I think. Yeah, this is a little bit awkward. All right, you pop that heal. All right, show me what you got. Crocodile, a couple bone werevens. Shouldn't be a problem for us. No, you guys just gonna stand there, huh? All right. Doggos, let's bring you around the side. Defend, turn, defend. Up here. I keep reminding myself that we have extra supporters. It's a little awkward. You don't need to do anything special. They will engage me this turn, but not particularly strongly. They awoke the crocodile. Oh, I see you. Don't you worry. I see you. Where's that crocodile going? Wait, they really just like that unit. I think they realize how much of a danger that is to what they have. Well, I got bad news for you guys. It's not just him. Okay, you are definitely gonna go up here. You can do some damage from behind. Go ahead and do that. Okay, nice sundered hit there. You guys can't reach anything else. Hold that thought. Okay, now you... Alright, go ahead and charge him. Big old shock hit. And, okay, so when you're fighting really nasty units, these guys are disgusting because, okay, we cancel his retaliation, we hit him for a big amount, and because it's a single hit, he gets double sunders. Then we can take our leader here, and we can give him another turn. And with the other turn, we can use the special ability Helm Splitter, which requires all 3 actions, so you can't move. 65 damage at the moment, ignores 50% of target's defense or resistance, and will give them an additional 2 sundered defense. Now, I could just kill that unit, and I think we probably will. Yeah, I think we will. Just get rid of him. Bye. So for fighting really big things, that's an incredible combo with these two. It's such a strong 1-2. All right, and I think you will go ahead and eat that retaliation. Yeah, get them burning. Is there anything you can reach? And the answer is no. All right, swing around this way. You guys go protect them. You may as well move closer. I think, yeah, we can just get rid of that. I kind of wanted to get rid of the Bone Wervin, but I don't think it's going to happen this turn. All right, now I do think we're going to do counter stance here. Give me an extra retaliation on everybody. We're going to have a lot of hits coming in. So, double retaliation's pretty gross. Yeah, of course you attack the poor doggos. Decaying, you jerk. If the doggos do die here, it's not the worst thing ever. We have the new shock unit to take the place. That is sad, though. That is sad. I will definitely take losing that over the new shock unit, though. Okay, you definitely can finish off the croc. That's for getting the good boys. You... yeah, just get rid of them. Okay, let's get rid of these guys next. Guys, feels good having a nice shock unit. I know that the meta way I think a lot of people play is they pick like one unit type and they just build a ton of them because then you could only have to enchant for one thing. I find that kind of boring. I like combined arms and having different units that can do different things. Probably to my own detriment, but I just find that more interesting. Fine. Yeah, it's not gonna do too much there, buddy. All right, and charge him. Yeah, like having a unit that can cancel retaliation. We saw that a lot with Tomb Moth and those little tier 1 dudes. Yeah, they weren't the most exceptional thing ever, but just being able to cancel a retaliation attack helps so much tactically. Getting units in and out of trouble like that. All right, well, he died for our sins, those good boys. hop on in here. All right, we're gonna go see if we can take out Dragon Lair. Item Forge is built. Yes. Yes. All right. The number one thing I would probably want is a... Well, actually, let's not even just guess. What do you need? Armor. We have no armor for our main hero. Why don't we solve that? Do we have any points? No. Okay. Arsenal. Let's start disenchanting some stuff. Heavy Greatsword. Not going to use. Spark Collar of Cleaving. Not going to use. Deadly Frostbringer. Not going to use. Crown. Not going to use. Fire Boots. Not going to use. Concealment. Kind of a garbage item. Polymorph. I don't think we're set up to use that. And a White Horse mount, I think we'll hold on to that. So we'll keep those two. So this is what we have to work with. Let's see what we can make. I don't want blueprints. Okay, so armor is what we want. Or so. Something that looks armory. We'll take that. All right, what can we add? Starblades, bolstering defense. Once per turn, this unit gains bolstered defense when hit. That'd be fine. Extra HP, just extra defense. Resists of certain types. Okay, let's actually go even deeper. What stats do you need? We are equal on melee or on physical damage and magic damage at the moment. So either one would be fine. Armor. Or so. Look like that. Add. Alright, what say you if we just added 2 defense? That would be 100 points. We definitely could do it. And what if we added 2 resistance? I could not afford it because we don't have the good stuff. Right? What if instead we remove that and we added 1 resistance? 165, we can afford that. Do it. Take me 1 turn to forge that. This is something we didn't use that at all last game, so that's something I definitely want to make a little use of. Okay, training hall is done. Old draft. They do need their tavern. Okay, let's get those monkeys their tavern. Ruler leveled up. This and adjacent friendly units gain 1 resistance and 1 stats resistance. Oh, there you go. That evens it up already. And what else do we have here? Nada. What is this even? Healing? Yeah, that's fine. We'll keep that. More awakened tools. All right, you're next. And we're going to stop with tools for a second, and we're going to get the artisans for that extra crit chance. Okay, we've already made friends. New bounty. Yeah, not interested. In the early hours of the morning, you find your hero, Govi the Helper, waiting outside your quarters. Oh, warrior sage, I had a vision in my dreams last night. There was an instructor revealed by the masses. Next to him was a defender surrounded and appreciated by the ones he loved. This seems to be a sign to change my elitist. What renown should I seek? It's gonna be really hard to do defender at this point, unless we're under attack. So I guess we do instructor. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's roll that turn. All right, team. You've already moved as far as you can. All right, I think I'm gonna just bite the bullet. I'm gonna recruit that. I think I'm gonna have this one try to do the bronze. Maybe that's a mistake. Put on a helmet. That armor's not for you. All right, you start heading that way. You... Let's just get healed up to full. All right, what do you need? after the academy, another farm would be for the mint. Another research post. Do we have another research post? We don't. Mine would give me mana. Let's get the mine. Okay, Lhasa. We have 3 farms already. Let's go ahead and get a quarry. All right, you. Well, you can't just found next to the material that I cleared and then be like, well, I saw it. You grab that. In fact, I think I'm even gonna spend and I'm gonna buy that. Yeah. That's his fault, man. I was here first. There's just no two ways about that. Astral do acquired. Artisan armaments enchant. Alright. We just got a lot more deadly in melee. A lot more deadly. Alright, Kha Meh. Here's your armor, sir. Confirm. Alright, we need boots next. Make him some boots. I want... I guess those are legs, technically. Alright, we'll get those. Alright, what can we put on that? Fast movement. Doesn't really change anything. Slippery does not trigger attacks of opportunity. That has some use. When this unit's hit points are reduced to 0, it's displaced 3 hexes and gains some HP. We already kind of can do that. Extra HP and the same defensive stuff we had before. Alright, I think we're gonna grab Slippery. It's nice just to be able to reposition. And then a big HP amount. And then I don't think we're gonna be allowed to get anything more, right? Yeah, that would take our cost too high. Remove that. Alright, just some more HP and no attacks of opportunity. Forge it. We still can make 1 or 2 more items before we run out of materials for now. This is also why the Giant Kings are so nice. They have an early trait that gives you more things back when you disenchant. And their governor thing allows quarries to produce crafting supplies. Yep. Whispering Stone return because we've maxed him out. Cool. We found anyone else down here by chance? Not yet. Not interested in folding you in. You've already moved. You're building, you're not recruiting. Next up, Paladin. All right, well, if we can clear this out, and if we can clear that out, then I think we're going to bring all 3 of our units together and we're going to go try to smash him. I feel like we're in a pretty good power place at the moment, assuming we don't lose horrendous things here. Another one. I want to fight this. All right, dragons, your reign of terror ends today. This is a false dragon of prosperity. All right, you are going to be able to whap me, I'm pretty certain. Well, maybe not. Okay. Move up. Move up. Move up. Move up. Ooh, ah, indeed. Right, brace, right. You can do that every other turn if I remember right. Yeah, they're gonna make me come up to them, I'm almost certain. Yeah, that bird might be in range. It is not. It is. All right, bird. That was your first mistake. Hit him with your mace. And then he hits back and I gain fervor, so I think I come out ahead there. These guys are definitely going to flank in, so we do need to be aware about that. Let's go here and turn that way. Turn that way. defend. Alright, we're not going to use our extra attack this turn. That'd be a waste. I want to use that when the dragon gets near me. I don't think we're going to spell either. We do have some mana, but once we go to actual war, things are going to get pretty spicy, so we'll be spending mana quite quickly. Okay, took an attack of opportunity for that, huh? Is that gonna be worth it? For 4 damage? I guess. I don't know. Who am I to judge? You can just kill that. You can almost kill that. All right, let's just get rid of these. These things back here are all support units, so it's not like they're super damaging. All right, get rid of those birds. Can you imagine the ruckus of this fight? Having a swarm of monkeys, or a gang of monkeys, I believe it's called, fighting a murder of crows. Can you imagine the noise? It'd be ridiculous. Choppy choppy. Bye-bye. All right. We're gonna go here. We're gonna face that way and defend. And I think we're gonna go ahead and just pop a heal on you just to be safe. I don't think that's like super necessary, but safety's sake. You and your little AoE. Getting mighty tired of that, bucko. Also, it looks like you walked in range. That was a mistake. Alright, run up and biff him. God, again, just the guaranteed double sunder just makes that so ridiculously good. It's just so good. Yep, and I removed his grace. You didn't need that anyways. And some more sunder defense. All right, now you, I think we're gonna go base the big boy. I don't think he can do that much in melee. Yeah, bonk. And you guys just run closer. And actually pot shot that. Not terrible. And then you guys just try to get closer. All right, now are you gonna hit me or are you gonna try to run away? You did move, okay. Honestly, would not have guessed that would be the play there. Bold move. Let's see if that pays off. Spoilers, I don't think that's gonna pay off. I also think you might be in range of my pikes here. Yeah. All right, step 1, try to strip some of the buffs. Grace removed, okay. Step 2, charge. A casual 32 damage. All right, hero, move closer. Give an extra turn to him. Use your attacks to give more sunder. You're not giving sunder. Okay, I need to remember that. You could just walk away, hit him. You've already gone. All right. A little unfortunate. I would have liked some more sunder, but Helm Splitter. Good. 51. That was okay. That was okay. It could have been better. But you did have an attack. I thought you were telling me you'd already gone. Trying to steal the glory. There's a team around here, guys. No, I think I can catch that. Yeah. Not after all the trouble you caused. Yeah. Sit down, buddy. Sit down. That's what I thought. Okay. Excellent. That being said, that may not be the last one. It looks like there's even more. I gotta be a little bit careful here. If there's double sets. Okay, no dragon. I'm not certain I could take that. Let's back up a little bit here. And let's just rest for a turn and see if these guys move. Okay. Artisan fortification. Tower structure that gives bolt repeaters. That's okay. Virtuous spirit. Here we are. Minor race transformation. We get 2 spirit resistance, and when we drop below 60 HP, we ignore half our casualties. We gain a defense and a resistance. I'll take it. Produce an academy. And we're a little grumpy here, so let's get a monkey bathhouse. You guys are on your way to try to solve... Actually, we should probably stop by there. See if we can solve that quest. Okay, you're healed up. It's just a weird unit. Like, what are you doing here? Oh, I think you might be somebody else's quest. Well, you're my quest now. Yeah, get in my XP bar. That may have been his quest. Maybe that's what drew him over here. Okay, ready for more. Okay, let's continue expanding our quarries. Got some firestone. We made some boots. Cool. Kha Meh. Kha Meh. Those are for you. Yeah, even just some basic gear like this, so many stats. So good. All right, slot is empty for miscellaneous items now. Can we afford anything interesting? Now, you can make them look like whatever. All right, what do we got? Innate Spelljammer. Ooh. That is pretty good. That means that the enemy mages can't target this army with spells. Extra casting points. I mean, frankly, I don't have enough of the actual binding fragments. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Okay, so we can't have that removed. Casting points, we're not really burning through those. XP, be fine. All units in the army heal an extra 5 HP. I can afford that. Sure. Yeah. Sucks when you have to stand still and heal, so 5 extra would like fill these ones up. All right, be my friends. Also be my friends. Producing, building, and building. Okay. Just making sure that we don't have anybody sitting around not working. Okay, let's see about this quest. You encounter the insurrectionists at Bandar Log, a group commanded by a Vowkeeper, who takes a brave stance when seeing your troops. So you've heard about our protest, she says. Then you must have heard about the way we are treated too. Long have we guarded your city, fought alongside you. But what then? The old and wounded are tossed aside like old dish rags. No more. Our work and sacrifice deserves respect. We demand food and shelter for the wounded and elderly. We do not wish to fight you, O warrior sage, but we will fight for the well-being of those who served you. We can not grow for 6 turns and we gain alignment. Easy peasy. You dealt with the disgruntled veterans and restored peace to Bandar Log. Thank you, O warrior sage, for restoring order to Bandar Log. The citizens are very impressed with your actions. They won't rise up again for a while. Even the elderly are more motivated than ever. It seems the veterans of the city are now eager to show their worth once more. What should we have them do? Give them a say in the White One Council. The Free Sages would really like that, but we're almost maxed out. We could have them give me some gold. Okay. Yeah, we'll take the gold. Okay, next. All right, before I forget, let's do the overcharge. And that's for Govi. Confirm. Gain a skill point. I mean, that's got to be Kha Meh. Enhanced defense. I think I'm going to give that one to Yina. Yina's a little bit behind. All right, then I'm basically done with you. You can retrain classes here too. All right. Let's see what we can do. Last time, I don't think we had the mana we needed to solve the problem here. Okay, he did not move. All right, let's move in here one, and then we'll rest one more turn. I really want him to come out. I don't want to fight those together. Even for me, that's a little much. Okay, we've cleaned up everything around here. There's a couple units over here, I suppose. I really need to keep this unit around here in case this guy pops off. All right, hop into the water. Yeah, there's some units we can fight. Forge complete. Kha Meh. Here you go, buddy. All right, now we just need to find some more magic items to either use or disintegrate. Okay, we unlocked Condemnation. 90% chance of suffering condemned until end of combat. 90% chance of suffering weakened for 3 turns. Not the best cooldown ever, but it's nice to be able to condemn for sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it. Couple more until we get to Smite. Hey, Shinosuke, how's it going? Alright, please come fight me. You've been denounced. Yeah, well, you're a stinky poo face too. That's all I have to say about you. I usually consider others to be pawns. Okay, he still likes me. Hey, Lhasa. I kind of feel like I want to get some defensive structures up, but I also like research, so I'm going to take the research. Then maybe we'll do the... Actually, no, I should not re-queue that, because I'm broke. Alright, we need to get you up. And you are the last city that does not have awakened tools. Alright, our tools are so awake right now. Just literally, you're trying to sleep and all you can hear is hammers and saws. Very hard to sleep. Shinosuke says, decided to play Age of Wonders 4 since we were talking about it to review things. It's funny we talked about 18v18 because I summon spam like crazy and easily have more than 25. Those fights take forever. What build are you using? Animals? I keep going to my tea. My tea is empty. I heard the animals got buffed really nice in the new patch. When you summon on world map, you're guaranteed to get one animal of like a certain type, which is really nice for builds. All right, what is all actually here? Ooh, let them go. How are we feeling on that alignment? We are pure good. Oh yeah. That is excellent for us again because we are devotees of good. So we are at max alignment, so all of our units get 2 XP per turn while we're at maximum good. So cha-ching there. We're also gaining 3 gold per level, or no, 10 gold and 5 Imperium per level of good alignment, and we're on, I believe that's level 3. Yeah, good, very good, pure good. So very nice there. Let's actually go grab, yeah, career soldiers quick. And let's get the road skill. Getting a road built before the war starts would be really nice. Okay, virtuous spirit. Okay, this is the only one of these 3 I would ever use, so I'm gonna get this. When he's done, we'll unlock another tome. When he's done, I'll unlock another tome. Alright, virtuous spirit. Alright, can we do this? Let's see how sad we're gonna be. Alright, you and me until the death. Taunting the knight is in effect. Do I want to do that? The attacking army's expedition leader taunts the Silver Knight until the end of battle. This is a ritualist we have, though. I guess it would make him run around and be stupid. Would use up most of my mana. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna try an auto, but I'm almost certain we're gonna have to manual this. Actually, we would only lose the mage. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Breastplate of the champion. 2 defense, 20% damage with melee attacks, and 20% crit. Ooh. I will take that. The Silver Knight lies at Govi the Helper's feet, its blade cracked but not broken. The knight scoffs, once it said I was a wanderer, I sailed the astral sea on my quest of my own, until my master bound me in this form. Now I am doomed to return to the night's rest in another realm. Already the Silver Knight's body begins to fade, in an everlasting cycle until my master decides otherwise. We can break his curse, or we can seize another boon. We are definitely going to break his curse. Ooh, look at that crafting materials. I'm already very good. You gain an Astral Keeper unit. I don't think I care about that. We could get a turn of research. I'm going to take the crafting materials. I can make some good stuff there. All right, you are blocked from growing from an event, so I can't hook that up right now. That kind of is annoying. All right, you just pop over here for a second, and... Do we even want to seal bear? I guess I do. Like I said, to my own detriment. I'm really not made for battle mages, but I like them. I'm gonna do it. Plant summons, yeah, those are pretty good too. Need 120 good points. I don't think I can go up any more in Paragon via alignment because we're already maxed out. I don't think you can go any higher here. I think we're maxed. So I could be wrong about that, but I'm going to take the crafting materials either way. So, and actually we're Paragon. So maybe that did count because I don't know how we would have got to 120 without that. Yeah, maybe that does count. That's good though. 40 C stability is amazing. 5 extra just bonus damage. And remember, this is doubled for single hits. And Avenger units have their Paragon of Righteousness activated. So now our shock units get Radiant Slash. Enemy units in a 2 long 1 wide hex sustain damage and gain sundered resistance. So you unlock on your tier 3 unit on Oathsworn an extra ability when you get to Paragon, which is quite nice. All right. They did not come forward. I think we're going to take that fight. And ironically enough, even though we just made this, this is actually slightly better. So we're going to switch to that. And then we'll give that one to somebody else. Gain 20 more grievances against players with evil alignments. We'll probably grab that too. Oh yeah, we got the armor. The other one has to have a 1-turn cooldown before I can put it on somebody else. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. Alright, let's do it. 300 more. A blessed soul, a support dragon, the tanky guy, and a bunch of tier 1s. Double support. I hope I don't have regrets here. I'm gonna almost certainly have to manually fight this. Losing a support unit, I'm okay with that. I needed to replace that anyways. Alright, I'll take it. Boots of Escaping. Yep, there's Slip Away. We'll give that to our other hero. A bunch of resources and a Chaos Orb. We're gonna smash that. Take that reward. Alright, good freaking riddance to that. Alright, now in here... I think we might actually summon in a Vigil. Maybe that's what we'll use to fill in here. So you need to start heading south for this war that's gonna start. Okay, tier 3 Paladin. You need to go to this army, correct? Yeah, that's the double fighter army. Go ahead and start heading that way. And we'll get an Avenger, and we'll start building the Arcane Institute. And we're too poor for this. The extra siege project would be really nice for what we're going to go into here. We've almost unlocked Throne City. That's not great in our situation. Right. 300. I think we're going to save for Justified Wars. And you guys are doing perfectly fine. All right. It's almost certainly more than just one creature here. What do you actually have? Yeah, a bunch of water elementals. Fine. We got those super high level fighter monkeys. All right, you're running. Okay, you. I really just want to cut him completely off, so I'm just going to take that. We already hate each other. That's not going to change anytime soon. All right, Chaos Orb. I don't want Boots of Escaping. We can give those to somebody else. In fact, let's do that. Probably should be on the caster. Well, no, let's put him here. Confirm, and then let's switch. Yeah, this is on cooldown. In fact, I'm going to give this the other one. So you unequip. And that's everything. Confirm. Kha Meh completed a major ambition. That's right, he wanted to destroy a gold infestation. So he now has Pragmatic Leader, minus 20% base upkeep. Yeah, it's okay. And Cold-Blooded just helps our morale stay up. It's fine. And what else did we get? Units cost 20% less gold in draft. Now that's pretty nice, but we already had that, so that's not going to change anything. A Wizard Bond? It's a deal. Just a reminder, this guy's a deceptive spy. So he's playing real nice, but just keep that in mind. Goodbye. Yeah, you're the one I actually think might be a good friend. It's a deal, buddy. You know what? You're my friend. You rock. No pun intended. There you go. Be friendly. And you're nice and far away, like the best friends. Okay. You think befriending Axewald will help you reach victory? I do, actually. Yes. We are now pure good. Random events have a 30% chance of being positive. Devotion went up. Yep, we knew that. Paladin is our new city name. I guess that's okay. You are kind of on the front line. I think we're going to actually give you some defenses. We don't have a governor for you yet because we haven't got our 4th hero. Okay. Kha Meh is moving. Go. He found it near me. Yeah, I had that down, then he ran over and plopped it there. We are definitely banging war on each other. Everyone in this realm but me is either evil and the one dude's like neutral. So as devotees of good, we're almost certainly gonna fight. So he just made the choice of who it was gonna be first easier for me. All right, the Builders Guild in Manor Log requests assistance. The apprentices from our guild are crestfallen. Their master craftsman explains, on their journey through the empire of Gym Healer, they have witnessed the elaborate workmanship of monumental buildings of the Shining Court. Now they dream of equal grandeur, but our own means are limited. What are you talking about? We've animated our tools. Bandor Log could just finish their bathhouse. We could gain 59 Imperium and a pop. We could do some earth bending to inspire them. It's a 50-50, which means I'll lose it. So let's take the free pop. And that means I can hook up our wonder here. What did we get from you? 5 Imperium, 20 mana. Counts as a conduit. We can recruit Astral Keepers. Yeah. Not in this build. That's not particularly useful. We are really committed to our racial units here because we get the Oathsworn stuff on them. Is what it is. All right, you run that way. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna be pumping these forever. War is coming. Kha Meh knows it. You need a paladin. All right, let's queue up a paladin. I should have probably done a paladin here. That's all right. What were you waiting for? We could use a fighter monkey, or we could add something different. All right, we can recruit a fighter monkey from here. Oh, or a seal bearer. You didn't have a seal bearer? Oh, right, it died. All right. I'm with you. All right, can auto that. Yeah, we're doing really good. I had a good start this time around. I've mentioned it a couple times, but I did put my finger on the scales when I made this map. I made it in an undead realm, knowing we were going to have spirit damage. So I had a little bit of an advantage to get us started, but that's okay. Sometimes it's fun to do that. We'll beat up this octopus. Come here, you. Oh, it's just octopi. Goodbye, octopi. All right, you. Nobody cared who I was till I put on the pot. Yep. And let's go ahead and get Warrior's Fervor. That'll be useful in the war. And you know what? You might as well just finish this up. We're so close to just having this cleared. Actually, you know what? I'm going to reroute you into our other army. You can continue this. Oh, you can continue this way. Palisade walls. All right, let's go up to tier 2. Like I said, this is going to be the front line, so I kind of sort of want to get it a little bit of defensive stuff. Right, we got that. What turn do we unlock our next hero slot? I thought it was 40, but obviously it is not 40. All right, Kailasa. Have we grabbed all of Spirit Falls? No, we could grab one more. Farm or Forestry? Yeah, let's put a Forester over there. All right, this is way more powerful than it might look because we do have this Spirit Fall. Extra stability, farms and foresters grant food, and we can get Tide Spirits and stuff. That would be very interesting on certain builds, but for us, that's not very interesting. If we do have to fight here, we'll regen really, really quickly, so that'll be nice. All right, Kha Meh leveled up. Inner Grace. At the start of your turn, get Grace if you don't already have it. Yep. Looking pretty good, Kha Meh. Looking pretty good. Also, I should make maybe him a new weapon. That's probably the next power spike. And then he could hand this one down. Let's see what we can do. We got the ingredients for something a little more spicy. All right, we are going to look for a one-hander. So a primary weapon. What screams holy? Oh, this is kind of our racial weapon. We'll go with one of those. Physical damage, yeah. And goes up per tier. Crit hit chance would be really good. That would stack in well with our enchantment. Frenzy. Frenzy'd be fine. Lifesteal, we already can kind of sort of heal ourselves. Animal Slayer's really good at the beginning of the game, but we're past that. Bleed's kind of garbage. Condemned, just have a chance to do it. All right. Poison, slow. Slow would mean no retaliations. We already do, well, he actually doesn't do Sundered, but so that might be interesting, but it's only 60%. The others are guaranteed. Taunting. Taunting might be pretty useful. Hero Slayer? Hero Slayer would be pretty good too. We are going to go into a war. Do we have... Did I pass that? Yeah, Hero Slayer. Deals 50% extra damage here. I love that on Mage Lock rifles. That's like my favorite enchantment on those. That's like my favorite weapon though, so... I absolutely love that in this game. And they're really good this patch again. They were kind of bad for a while. Retaliator wouldn't be terrible. Can I fit Retaliator and Taunt? I can. We taunt the hero, we retaliate on the hero, we build up fervor stacks when they hit us, and then we heal and get a bunch of strength to bump them back. Yeah. Forge me the striking hero's bane. Stop hitting yourself, he thus said. All right, still saving for 300 for Justified Wars. Okay, you're leaving, that's totally fine. A bounty, don't care. Friendship declared. Aw, you rock, buddy. Okay, yeah, we seem to be good friends with each other. Good producing, good producing. Right, making the seal thing. Not producing, do I care? Yeah, we'll probably have casualties. Let's go ahead. We'll get a pike out. We've already moved. Go. A barbed shield. Melee attackers have a 30% chance of becoming bleeding. Okay, it's fine. Are there tier 4 units? Yes, there are, but not under normal rosters. There's an asterisk there, but this is my full racial roster. In order to get tier 4 units, you get them out of your tomes. So speaking of which, we just unlocked another tome. Like here, Summon Rock Giant. This would be a tier 4. Most people don't like mystic units, which is what these are. There are some tome racial units, and they're usually really good. I'm trying to think what they're called. Tyrant Knights would be an example. Storm something or others. So yes, there are higher tier units, but you have to get them out of tomes. Okay, now for tier 3, we are probably heading back to order. Cleansing Flame got nerfed pretty hard, and we're not really doing a fire thing, so I don't... Oh, Pyre Templar. I should have recognized that one. They got nerfed somewhat, but they're still ridiculously good. Subjugation could be interesting. That would give us some knights. That could be a thing. Prophecy, though. I think we're going to get Prophecy. This gets us some Astral, which will unlock some Empire stuff for us. Battle Divination. When cast and for the next 2 turns, apply effect to the battle in the following order. All friendly units gain 25% evasion. All friendly units gain precog. All friendly units deal 20% damage. A very nice spell. Fated Projectiles. For ranged units and battle mages, so not great for us, but that gives them crit chance and faithful, so fine. Prescient Circles. Gain precog when entering defense mode. This is what's going to combo. Again, our paladins and our little fighter monkeys can just attack and enter into defense mode, and they will get 2 defense and 2 resistance and flanking immunity, and they'll have precog, which makes you just auto miss the next attack. Oracles are probably the upgrade for our support units. We'll probably switch to these. And Foresee Downfall is a very potent siege. For the entirety of battle, I gain 10% extra crit, and the enemy gets 10% fumble. Great tome. This is one of the new ones. We also have the Temple of the Prophet. Mana and Knowledge, it's okay. Conduits aren't really good. Research posts are better. So here we go. Tome of Prophecies. This is from one of the new ones.
To know one's destiny can be a blessing or a curse. Oracles ensure that the enemy foresee their downfall, and the ally their fortune, as divination stirs the future, hastening its course. Woe to those who mistake prophecies for mere words, for there is no greater power than destiny, determined to fulfill its promise.
Okay, I think we're going to immediately grab the Prescient Circlets. Just gaining precog on defense mode is ridiculous, so yeah, I'll take that. Unlock Bind Gold Wonder. Now we do have that option. We do have a Gold Wonder here, so if we wanted to go for a magic victory, we could, but with the way this world shook out, we're going to get attacked anyways. I may as well just recognize the fact. Summon Vigil, cool. Produced an Arcane Institute, nice. What next? Academy next, I think. You're producing a lot of my units. A bathhouse gives an XP bonus. Let's actually get that in. It's not super needed, but it's fine. All right, I still feel like we're down a little bit on production. Let's add another quarry. And hey, that actually gets me some of this. 5 extra knowledge. Research posts gain extra knowledge. City with 3 provinces adjacent to landmark gain vision range and sensing. I probably won't do that with the cap. I may do that with over here. All right, continue moving. All right, where are you, buddy? You're on your way. What are you? Fodder. Nom nom nom. A hearty helmet. 5 HP. Squish. All right. I do want you to meet up with him as soon as possible. Okay, we have multiple things to fight. Go ahead and clear him out first. Okay, need to take note our hero's a little wounded here. Can you finish it? You sure can. Also, did I equip that stuff? I did. We have a new shield. Let's switch over to the barbed. Burned. All right, nice. All right, we've cleaned out basically this whole ocean, which is super rare. Like, we've cleared everything to here. So we are pretty safe. We don't have any more stupid infestations to come attack me from behind while we're in war. That'll be appreciated. Okay, you have all your units. Let's start heading to what's going to be the war front. All right, you head over there. Already making the paladin. Just a bathhouse. Do we swing the House of Charity? No, let's get the tier 3 up. More important. Another Arcane Institute. Yeah, we're really jumping up in that knowledge really quickly. Now, I can't do Academy unless they have a research post, which they snagged this, didn't they? Yeah. I don't want to spend that. Yeah, they snagged that from me, unfortunately. So, well, we could put a research post there. You know what? Let's get the palisade walls. Buying a little bit of extra time to run over here if I get surprise attacked is probably worth my time. Okay, paladin, again, near the front where we're going to have a fight. Let's continue to get some defensive stuff, so we'll grab caltrops. Okay, new stuff. I don't really care about that too much. We are getting a little bit of Astral, so pretty soon we'll be able to get Surge spellcasting. Really nice. Now we're still saving up for Justified Wars. Yep, next turn. Let Me Solo completed a major ambition. Yeah, no new helmet there. So, Governed City has an income of 200 plus gold. Now has artisan equipment. While leading an army, all other units have 10 HP, 1 defense, 1 resistant, 10 damage. Quite the little leader here. Quite the little leader. Oops. Yeah, we already looked at that. New bounty, don't care. Somebody asked about the pot helmet, so yeah. It's Yina, Let Me Solo. Little homage there. Somebody got my joke. Thank you, Shinosuke. Thank you. Right, done. Man, I really want that tea. I keep picking it up and trying to drink it. My imaginary tea. We did a 6-hour wandering sword stream this morning. I was really trying to finish, but we're going to have to finish tomorrow morning. So my voice is feeling pretty raw. I don't know if that's coming through for you guys. All right, you guys just group up here. Yep, you too. You move. We're heading over to here. Actually, hang on a second. Somebody needs to build a road. All right, I'll tell you what. You just get here as soon as you can, whatever path you want. You go to Bandar. Start building road and start heading south. I really like how roads build in this game. This is so much less painful than like Civ-esque games where it's like build one hex of road per turn. This is like, nah, man. You just move your army while you're in road building mode. Like, that's so convenient. Virtuous Spirit is ready. Oh, are you guys ready? It's time we begin our ascension. Transform, my monkeys. Transform. Become virtuous. Ooh, they look very virtuous now. Their little clouds remind you of somebody. So, spirit resistance. When we drop to 60% HP, we ignore half of our casualties and our defense goes up. Fits in really well with our defensive theme that we're doing. All right, Kha Meh, keep heading that way. All right, and Solo, head on to land. Okay, Kalasa, you're plenty happy, so I don't think we need that. I'm not too worried about him attacking me. He's happy enough for the moment. So let's continue to grow. Gradery would be the growth option. Paladin. Finished a unit. All right, go ahead and get a Honor Blade. Some would consider your action deeply unwise, especially if you want to avoid vexing me. He doesn't like me because my military is better. All right, well, I spoke too soon about him not attacking me. Oh, look who just showed up. He just cleared out a wonder for me. How nice. I read that situation correctly. It's what I have to say. I read the situation correctly. All right. You. Road building mode. Head to there. Yeah. Very important that we get that done. All right. Get over here ASAP. Right here. About those justified wars, eh? This war is going to be so justified, you don't even know, man. All right, you. Go into road building mode. Head over here. There we go. And then you can head back. Ooh, indeed. He's very happy about that road. All right, that'll speed up our reinforcements. I really need a road that cuts across here, too. But it's not going to be you who does it. And actually, you need a paladin? I got a paladin. There you go. Now you're full. Just in case we get ambushed. Yeah, this is happening. This is definitely happening. And I gotta be careful. I don't want to run next to him in case he surprise attacks me. So we'll just start grouping up over here. All right, tier 3. Let's get some more mana incoming. We are going to probably be casting a bunch. In fact, I know we are because I would like to do you. I need a wizard tower level 2. And pledge. Actually, let's get our pledge up. I should have that. So our paladins are getting all of our goodies. Okay, we built the defensive structures. I'm not really using mages or archers, so those don't really do much. Shrines, kind of whatever. This would allow me to build more defensive stuff. Very slow, though. Get the House of Charity here. Give us a little more production. Oh, and our new weapon's done. All right. Striking Hero's Bane. We finished you just in time. Which Also, can I go ahead and arsenal Chaos Orb? We're not going to use that. Well, actually, I say that. What do you do? Deals same amount of damage to random type. Grants 90%. Actually, I think that's probably better than what our third hero is using. So we'll let you have a Chaos Orb. Try to control its evil with your pure heart. Go V the helper. You can do it. I believe in you. Alright, then... I don't think we need either of these. Well, actually, we will get another hero, so I will hold on to that. That's going to go to our other hero, and that may still be useful. We don't really have enough to craft anything. Done. Done. Don't care. Done. Is that a dragon at that guy's base? Did I miss a dragon? It's possible. Here? Looks like he has the dragon mount. This is that support unit we've been fighting a couple times in the mount version. So he either found one for his hero or he took the racial for it. And there's Mr. Leader himself. So that would be really nice to be able to headshot that. Hurry down here. Alright, a random spider at this point in the game is just going to eat up my mana. I'm not interested. Don't worry, we're dragon slayers around these parts. We're not afraid. Kha Meh, do your best. You guys are just big chillin'. Ooh, baby, baby. Battle Divination. I'll take it. Yeah. Okay, next thing I want out of here is actually an extra siege slot. Let's grab that. We are going to be doing a siege here momentarily. All right, zip on down here. All right, you trade out one of your fighters and let's put in a tier 3. What else would I trade out? Probably, honestly, it's probably the Sworn Guard. No, let's get the other fighter out and put the paladin in. Okay, and then you are already equipped. Okay, so we actually have a basically kind of a crappy army, but an army ready for another leader when we can recruit it. All right, here. More research is always nice. Our production here is very low. We don't have a woodcutter. Let's get a woodcutter. All right, you guys are just waiting for Kha Meh. Okay, the capital. Academy is ready to go. Academy is ready to go. Produced a shrine. I think I'm gonna go mana obelisk here too, and just pump this a little bit. Ready? Enchant them. Look at my monkey paladins. Look at their glory. Hall Devotion. Let's get a House of Charity. It'll speed up construction. Ooh, you also can grab. All right, I want that Archon blood. Let's do it via that direction. Okay, this is Yinya. Ready for the level 8. Okay, so we could grab Immobilizing Presence isn't terrible. Meteor Strikes is whatever. We could get Astral. Meh. Adept of Order. Keeper's Mark. Meh. Okay, Zealous. Yeah. Zealous. We could gain Faithful and we could gain Zeal. Zeal. Would you please? Zeal would give us extra spirit damage and extra damage against condemned units, so we'll go ahead and grab that. And you have another point. I could also be Faithful. I'm not sure, do heroes have an upkeep? I don't even know that. I guess it's 50 gold. So we could save 5 gold. I guess Suffering Remorse is okay. It's okay. I don't think I'm gonna grab that. I think we're gonna head down this way. Warrior's Fervor dispels 1 negative effect per stack. Actually, no. Cancel. Let's get this one. Gain a fervor when you take damage. More important. Lets me get my stacks up super duper quick, which lets me heal myself if we get in a bad situation. All right, you guys are both just chilling. Hurry up, Kha Meh. Hurry. And Govi apparently took Shadow. No. Yes, we'll reset. We're not interested in that. We'll take Order. Yep. And I'll take Zealous too. And then we'll level up. All right, Ritualist. I don't have a ton of experience with the new Ritualist. I'm definitely going to take those. Now, for you, I think we go more defensive. So we'll start there, and then I'll have to look at this next time. You got this, Govi. Training camp's leaving. I've bought everything I want. Wishing Sporn returned. Free city integrated. Message received. Do we have another free city down here? No, that's a pirate cove. I think we've made friends with every single minor civilization. So I think we're good on that. So I should put those stones in our own cities. So you, Whisper Stone, and probably you. Right, please, building. Whisper Stone. I've been pondering many allies and enemies I have in the realm. I'm glad you seem to be one of the former. Let us try to bring our empires closer. Okay, yep. New rally has started. To get a living fog. I mean, I have no idea why. Apparently we allied a bunch of like evil minor civs. We're gonna have to reform them. Bone dragons, tyrant knights. The tyrant knight's vaguely interesting, but yeah. They don't get our honor stuff and whatnot, so. Next turn we may get the new hero, 45 or 46. It definitely would be nice just to have somebody on the other side. Yes, we did. Somebody on the other side to defend me. Infernal Invaders. After bolstering your empire through order and discipline, you receive reports demons are assembling near the Mount of Oath, striking fear into your citizens' heart. The foolish infestation, demons who either killed or escaped their masters, are led by the gruesome Chaos Eater. Like diabolical moths, the infernal deviants are drawn to the gleaming light of your hallows of your empire. Preying on the meek and the weak-willed among your followers, several pious citizens have reportedly been tempted, seduced, tricked, compromised, or simply slain. Hellspawn cannot get away with this. We could just gain a Chaos Eater? No. Alright, we'll take the quest. What do you got? Annoyance is what you've got. Alright, you guys head over here. You make me... I guess we're gonna grab a Vow Keeper and a Seal Bearer specifically for this fight. I kind of want to switch our support units out to Oracles, but we don't have them researched yet, so... Alright. Or does Kha Meh come take care of that? Kha Meh could just raffle stomp that. Maybe Kha Meh just takes care of that just to make sure that we are fine. I'm a little leery. Yeah, we can just auto it with him. Yeah, get out of here. Shoot, shoot. The Imperious demons are vanquished, divine orders restored in your realm. Scouts report that the fiends stockpiled in their nest. The unholy invaders had raided the surrounding lands for several days. Bloodstained treasures piled high on the nest edge. First atop the highest heap, a motivating eye of demolishing. It's a miscellaneous item, does XP and gives demolisher. Is found riddled with claw marks. Dozens of dead animals were dragged to the center of the rallying point. Some slain cattle is partially devoured, but most fresh carcasses remained untouched. From Mount of Oath, inquisitive citizens prepare to pilfer the abandoned horde. You must declare what's yours to collect. We get gold. We could get some food. We have the Eye of Demolishing. You know what? I'll take that Eye of Demolishing. And you actually have not maxed out these units, so there you go. Some more plus XP. All right, that's still probably worth the turn delay for safety's sake. Okay, Messianic Hall, sure. You also built Charity. Okay, I don't want to get the Bastion, but we're way below top. Stonemason would need another farm. Okay, we'll try to remember to get you a farm. Also, hero. I could actually afford the hero unlike last game. All right. Okay. They need to be white ones. These other ones, they're all like undead civs. We're not interested. Okay, here we go. A Trollkin governor. I've never been a huge fan of these. Maybe I'm underestimating trolls, but maybe in the very early game that would be interesting. I don't know. Recruiting governor. Prospecting governor. Yeah. Okay, industrial, that's vaguely useful. You're a warlock though, unuseful. I'm thinking Spellblade. We don't have any elemental magic at all, so that's probably the route I'm gonna take. Nuwa the Gifted, or Bani Sword Sweep. Or we could shuffle. You know what? Let's shuffle. None of those really excite me. All right, did we get anything interesting? Okay, those are all from allies. Here we go. Okay, another ritualist. A ranger. The ranger would be interesting for diversifying, but we don't really have a lot of ranger stuff, so they wouldn't really be well supported. Another spellblade, another ranger, another ritualist, ranger. Here we go, elementalist. Yeah, let's diversify a little bit here. We'll take you. And you, congratulations, you have been promoted to governor. And hey, fortifying governor, that's actually not terrible. Defensive structures cost less, extra stability, extra draft. Yeah, that's all right. All right, you can just chill there for the moment. Annex another province. Sure. Grab the mine. Received a nice shield from that fight. Let me double check what we got there. Noble Aegis. Defense mode shield wall. Adjacent allies get +2. Oh, that is nice. What are we running right now? A little lower, but you know what? We have so much other defense. I'm okay with that, actually. He is mostly a support type hero. And then that way we can pass his shield down the chain there. Have her build. Oh, that is a good idea. That is a really good idea. Yeah, would you please? We want like a direct road. No. I want it away from where he is. My Shadow Empire coastal trauma. Alright. Kha Meh, where are you at? Come on, buddy. Hurry up. This war ain't gonna start itself, man. I need you over here. Alright, I think I feel comfortable enough moving you two up, because I don't see his entire stacks here at the moment. Okay, and you guys are just gonna join her. And apparently that gives you some more movement. Continue that road. And actually you continue that road. Alright, there you go. Good job, team. Turn off that. Alright, now we have a better road network. That'll make us a little bit more responsive. And I don't think we're going to sit here with him. I think we're going to probably go sit here or here. Just so we can respond a little better when we have problems pop up. Support unit, cool. Obelisk, cool. What are we doing? Money's okay, could be better. I don't know what you do. City income for happiness. adds an Avenger unit to fight in this domain. That's actually kind of nice. Going up to tier 4. You want 15 pomp. You know what? Let's just grab the walls quick. I like having a little bit of something something. Special improvements gain 5 gold. I haven't even built any of those. Horse march is kind of whatever. Yeah, here we go. Roads move cost is 3 instead of 5. Fast embark would be really nice too. So we need 175. We're too short. We're too short. Okay, and done. Amphibious land squids. Yeah, yet. Okay, I am absolutely dying for my tea. I'm gonna process this turn, and then I think we're gonna take a 5-er here. Get up, get yourself a stretch and a drink of your own. If you're not blocking ads, I really appreciate that. I'm gonna make my tea, and then we will be right back. So here's our 5-er, and I'm gonna tell YouTube you may run ads, and I'll be right back. All right. Hopefully everyone got up and had a good stretch / got a drink. Let's push on some more. Have to say, this is a fun series to watch on a stormy night, says Adeus. Oh, storms. There you go. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think in the fall we'll probably do at least a little introduction to Cultist Simulator so that we can do Book of Hours. Probably do that in the fall. It's going to be very cozy for me. I don't know if that's going to be a popular series, but something I'm kind of looking forward to doing. So I totally understand the right mood for the right content. Get on right when we take the break. Well, yeah. Well, I definitely needed it. We did a lot of streams today. I'm at 8.5 hours for the day already. So it's been a day. Okay, I think we're ready to go here. Battle Divination is ready. Excellent. Don't really care about Faded Projectiles. Siege Magic. Enchanted units get 10% damage, Siegebreaker, and Demolisher. I mean, that's fine. Let's grab Zealot just because they're faster, and then we can get another tome here. Hope faster that way. I'm not in love with that other one. Produced in Academy. Let's get the Messianic Hall. And you should be producing units, so what do we got? What do we have? Alright, produce a Paladin. Wait, what is your problem? We don't have the Wizard Tower. Okay, hang on. I need that Wizard Tower. Wizard Tower level 1, please hurry. Okay, and you are heading this way. You guys can chill. Alright, Kha Meh is pooped, so we can't do anything. Alright, and he was probably down here too, I would assume. Maybe not. Alright, I'm not going to pop the ward this turn, but let's look at this. If we were to do it... we have a justified war. Okay. That's exactly what we want. Declare war on a ruler with a major war justification. Your diplomatic state will change to war, and the other rulers and vassals will support you. That's what we want. Coming to a town near you. And we can wiggle a little closer with you guys. That's fine. That's fine. Fine. And we got the Palisade up. Money is looking a little low. I have not done a good job. This is another spot I really need to improve, is actually building the special province improvements when they make sense. I haven't done a very good job of that. Sometimes they don't make sense, sometimes they do. Alright, well, moot at the moment, I suppose. I'm thinking we're gonna grab this mint. Yeah, we can pick up another farm next turn and that'll boost it. Kalasa is gonna hook that up so we can get a research post. More Archon blood. Hey, friend, do you want to trade something different? Announcement, no. Negotiate. Magic material. I think I have an extra Astral due, right? I wish it would just show me on this screen, unless I'm just blind. I have extra Archon blood, silver tongue. I don't understand why nobody will trade me for those. Does everyone have those? Negotiate. Yeah, those are the ones that I need, so I'm gonna trade those. Okay. Defensive pact, you want that? 150 gold. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. So let's get this friendship formalized here, buddy. And I wouldn't mind being friends with you. You're not like super evil. Well, you're kind of heading towards super evil. Let's be honest. Okay. Other rules equate with rivalry. Yeah, and you two are going to keep going at it. My friend is not friend with my other friend. Just played Cultist Simulator. It's god-awful boring after you win once. No respect for your time. I like the game. I like the lore and the world. I did a video on it a long time ago. It's just kind of a thoughts video. Pretty good video. It actually kind of blew up pretty big for the channel at the time. Probably actually also got me one of my commissions, ironically. But I want to show off a playthrough. I may not commit to a full run, but it would make way more sense to play Book of Hours after we have done that. Some super high tier units. Well, we're researching them as fast as we can. Okay, Zealot, don't care. Okay, Oracle, here we go. Ooh, and Foresee Downfall. I'm going to take Foresee Downfall because that's actually useful now once we have it, whereas the Oracles need to be built. Get those done. I thought I had that finished, but apparently not. Okay, let's get this war on the road here. So you declare justified war. You and your 5 vassals declare war. All right, get him, team. He's got a garbage stack over there. See if we can attack that with him. You finish that off. Auto. No more of that, eh? Pop back in there. You start sieging. Start. And I don't think I even need to do any projects here because there's no one to defend it. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do any projects here. We're just gonna let that one go. All right, yep. Head over there. Ooh, indeed. All right, you get out of the group. You and you get in. And I still have a paladin. I guess if I had to pick, I would rather have the paladin. Right, and you're gonna chill. You're gonna chill here. And you guys, you know what? Why don't you go reinforce over here just in case we have losses? Another Avenger. I actually feel like I have a much better economy than last game. I actually can produce units. Like 2 turns for a tier 3 is not too bad. Whereas last game I was struggle busing to get my units out. Okay, you. More research. Research is so important. Okay, I need a farm here. I remember that. 3rd water wouldn't be terrible. Getting places next to you is pretty good. We'll grab that. We're leveled up. Okay, we'll take Defensive Master. Always end your turn in defensive mode. It's all coming together, Kha Meh. All coming together. Friendship with you has ended. Oh, okay. We knew that was going to happen. Declaration ended. Good to know. Whispering Stone can be integrated. Cool. Yep. Cool. Everyone's my friend. All right, he's very happy about that. And we produced. Okay, still good there. Let's just grab the training hall. There we go. All right, now we know these are not his throne cities. Here comes the armies. These are not his throne cities, so we're definitely gonna have a underground fight. I'm pretty sure that's where it has to be. I'm starting to get my tea out here. Auto combat. Of course you kill my scout. I'd be disappointed if you didn't. Drifting ley lines. The magical coherence of the world is at risk. The ley lines, the fundamental astral alignment, stray from their course. A turbulence in the cosmos washes over the deep astral channels that bind and guide magic to the world. Your troops are shocked to discover that they become conduits for lightning magic. Ethereal beings unwittingly amplify magical energies, and all spells burst with potency. Astral tremors ripple through the realms in an era which little is certain apart from magic growing unpredictable. Magic origin things get better. We don't really have any of those at the moment. Combat spells are overcharged. That's okay. Everyone is less lightning resistant. That's not helpful for me. Also, they did get inside the city, so that's annoying. Okay, get over here. You. Oh, I'm not allowed to add a project once they get in there? That's okay. Right, you guys are heading to defend. You also can head over there. Okay, level 1 mage tower. I immediately want level 2. I want to be able to summon that unit, so. There we go. Yep. Okay, next. You know what? It's only 4 turns. I'm just going to do it, even if it's not boosted. I'm very interested in getting up better walls here. Hero leveled up. Okay, this is our ritualist. Okay, I think for you, we want healing, but what kind of healing do we want? Probably just a big single target. Well, or maybe not. Maybe we want to go for the AoE. Yeah, let's go for the AoE. Confirm. And put on your helmet. I thought I gave you that. And robes. Oh, there you go. Now you're equipped. Did you get the road upgrade? Did I get the road upgrade? Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, I don't care about any of those things. Said that was no good. Yeah, we're pretty good in here at the moment. Extra vision range, that actually wouldn't be terrible at the moment. Horse march. We'll buy it if we have to. Alright, luckily this was done before we had any fights. Oh, we're getting even holier. Looking good. A new signature skill on Kha Meh. What do we got? Master of Order. Okay, I'm not sure on this one. Dome of Protection. Heals allies within 2 hexes 10. Places a Dome of Protection, which gives extra defense. That's probably it. We already have a heal from an item. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Master of Order. And we'll take that Dome of Protection. Confirm. Alright, we are 1 turn out on the siege. Hopefully we can do this before he gets another stack here. That would be very nice. And I still... Do I still not know where his other city is? It's right here. Okay, that's not connected. Okay, this would not be faster. So we will do it via surface. He cast Blizzard on me. You little cheeky monkey. I see you. I also see you right there. All right, let's get this decided. Yeah, there's no need to do anything beyond an auto on this one. Not expecting that I would have to. Hop on in there, and we want to vassalize you. You, goodbye. Get out of here. Excellent. Can you get into the water? You can. Can you? No. Okay, next stop. It's gonna be here. Oh, there's a lot of incoming. He was trying to deal with the pirates. I know that feeling, bro. I know that feeling. All right, but what we'll actually do is we'll have you. Well, not you. You. we'll come up here and be the rear guard. So run over to here. And then I'm going to have her rowed down to here. And we'll just vassalize this. I don't need to sit on it. And he's not close enough to ninja it back. So I think we're just going to get in the water. Really wish you could have gotten in the water. Head over there. Crafted a mint, or built a mint. Macy on a call, please. Another province. Could do some more water stuff. I could use one more forest. Let's grab the forest. Okay, this is Gulbu the Illuminated. All right, he picked a smart skill. We'll give him zeal. That's fine. Sure. You're on defensive duty for the time being. Call to war against him. Okay, I'm gonna accept it, but I don't love it. I don't love it. I would have preferred one war at a time. At least they're in the same direction. Bounty, don't care. Go. Okay, we lost our sight over there. All right, a little unfortunate that we had to get in the water this turn, so we can't really go anywhere, so we're kind of stuck right here. I do not want to split up or we will get ambushed. Lessons learned. All right, and there's a road to that. And probably not you. You're just the extras. That's okay, though. Come down here, and we can help them, just in case. 4C downfall done. Very, very nice. I'm looking forward to using that in our siege. All right, and our next tome. It's not going to be Dreadnought. Spoilers there. This one I'm not too certain on. Rock Giants don't really do anything. Nothing here is, like, amazing, if I'm being honest. This is ley lines would be amazing for battle mages, but we're not really doing a battle mage build. Geomancy does give us a new battle mage, but again, we're not doing that. We don't really want to turn into crystals. I think that's out. So we're looking over at order stuff. Consecrated domain. Anointed people. Status resistance is nice. Gain faithful. Faithful would be nice. Okay, I think we're probably going sanctuary. I'm not gonna do cleansing flame. We're not really doing the fire thing. Subjugation. We're not really conquering, so the building's out. We're not really doing morale, so intimidating aura's out. Yeah, I think we're sanctuarying this one. A little bit boring, but that's okay. We'll have another new tome at tier 4.
My faith is my shield. I am armored by love. I shall envelop the world in this armor to safeguard it and bless it with healing light. I am the bastion of the weak. I fortify the strong. The warriors of truth follow in my wake, like a wave of justice made flesh.
All right, keeper marks, pretty good. Faithful will be less upkeep, and then the first time that you take fatal damage, you don't die. So that's kind of nice. We'll grab that. All right, and you guys can't move because he had to get into the water. You can just rest for a turn. Yep. Yep. Produce an academy. All right, you guys are still happy. Let's get that bastion built. And go ahead and get a third one there. Another level up for Yina. All right, we're gonna head similar to the other one. Actually, you know what? We're gonna grab the XP. We got some new units that would really like that. New rivalry. Okay. All right, he's getting super cranky. Yeah, it looks like the forces of good have and evil have drawn their lines. Oh, hey, you could use a... There you go, buddy. There you go. Got a Whispering Stone for you right there. Complete non sequitur. I noticed Kingdom, Dungeon, and Hero is 50% off. I put a link in the suggested game thread. I know Battle Mode was spruiking the game earlier this year. Kingdom, Dungeon, and Hero. I'll have to take a look at it. It rings some bell, but not off the top of my head. Okay, keep healing. All right, we swim to war. Another outpost. It's probably best if we do that because I don't want to get cornered. Because I'm going to have to come wipe this out sooner or later. So we wipe this out, we wipe that out, and then we go down below and finish him off. That's the dream, at least. Okay, now we can summon in our unit if we need to. And we may as well prep that. Yeah, let's prep that. If we lose somebody, we can pull that in that way. All right, you're chilling here for defense. Recruiting units during Morale of Liege, meh. Don't really care on that. We're almost to something I care about here. This vaguely useful once we start the angel summons that we're gonna do. Cities can build teleporters. Sure. All right, we can't do anything else here. Go. Praising and recommending. Gotcha. Wow, what a great place to build a city. I don't even know how this works. Do I just take it? It's facilized now, sucker. This is why I always defend these when I put them down. Okay, we don't know where all those units went, though. He did have several here. Unless it's these guys trailing back in. Probably pretty likely. Alright, you can be back on auto. Messianic Hall is done. Let's get the House of Charity. Steel Bastion is done. Let's get the Caltrops. And then the stone walls. What do you want? Another quarry. Paladin. Stone walls also. And then a tavern. Yeah, just getting ourselves nice and dug in here. We're ready to summon a vigil. I'm not going to do that yet. I don't have room in the armies, but we just have the spell ready when we need it. Ruler, Hernir Gym Healers withdraw. Dang it! Why do I always ally with the weaklings? Ugh. Okay, so come over here. Looks like he might have double armies down here. Just food for thought. Okay, House of Charity is done. You know, just get the granary. It's fine. Caltrops is done. We're working on the stone wall. Paladin can get another province. I think you need a quarry. You're leveled up. Okay, restoring strength. Restore gives 3 strengthened. Rejuvenate gives 1. Give 1 strengthen or rejuvenate. Friendly units gain regen. Yeah, we'll take the regen. All right, well, please stop losing. Pretty please. I really hope that that's not him coming to siege your capital, but it probably is. When you say auto build, do you mean just like you can tell, like, have the governor decide what they're building? I air quote that. I don't know. I'm the type that always micromanages that. It's very rare that I'll give up control. I guess I'm just always disappointed with what they choose. Okay, now let's get that Oracle, please. Oracle, please. And... here's Mark. Okay, Paul, is it time for charity? I think it's time for more wizard tower. Or actually, you know what? Give me the stone walls. It's better to not be sad than not build those. All right, you need some more territory around him. There we go. So the frozen Urwilder gives a bunch of vision if you have 3 provinces. So now we can see and make sure there's nobody, you know, being sneaky around us. It's quite a lot of vision. Okay, Lhasa needs another quarry more than anything. Okay. And they finished their walls. Let's get the ballista towers. All right, you know what? With him banging those war drums so much, why don't we go sit on that one? Just in case. Negotiation successful. Yeah. What are you? One of the purple guy. Did I call that or did I call that? All right, hopefully that's just 1 unit. That's really surprising he's there. I'm very glad I have this unit. Okay, my hero's thinking about changing from a conqueror. No, stay on that. We're gonna actually do that here. Don't you worry about that. All right, nobody here can get that party started. No. Run turn. Oh, you just want to fight. Okay, we outnumber you by over 1,000 power. I'm gonna see what the auto does. Like I said, I really don't like these 18-18 fights. They're just so tedious to me, unfortunately. Yeah, we overpower him ridiculously. We're doing really well this game. Where do you guys think you're going? Don't you think I don't see that? All right, you. Not my turn yet. We got a bunch of equipment. We'll take it. Are you okay? You guys are both okay. Okay, just finish that off. Yep. Nope. We are not running behind me and taking that back. Nope, we're not doing that. All right, and you pop up here and start our siege. Start. Add siege project. All right, we're gonna foresee your downfall. And we're gonna undermine the walls. I think we're gonna harass defenders. I don't think I need that to kill 2 snow spirits, but apparently once you start the siege, you can't change this, so I would rather have that and not need it than not have it and need it. Also, yeah, you're correct. I should build road with this. We do have a road right here, so. And there actually is road here too, so. Connected. Good call. And you can also move forward. Sure. Oracle done. Excellent. Excellent. That's what I was waiting for. Okay, don't care about you. Are you a battle summon? Don't think you are. Unfortunate. Consecrate domain. I guess we'll take that. I doubt I'll ever see myself using it. Okay. You. Scholars Guild, even if it's slow. Back at the capital, I would like Oracle. To build an Oracle, we need to go up to the next one. To build that, we're too poor. So go ahead and build a money building. Ruler leveled up. Oh, baby. Okay, so you could take Immortal Saint. 1 turn after the unit dies, it comes back to life and gains fervor. That'd be fine. but I actually like Smite. Lose all stacks of fervor. Target enemy suffers 10 spirit damage per stack of fervor, up to 5 I can have. And it's a free action. Just no action. So if I don't need to use that for the heal, we can just blap them with a big smite. What do we pick up? Grave Call, Raise Undead? You've got your weapon, yep. Do we pass our other weapon on? No, you. Deadly Mace. Confirm. And sure. There you go. Okay, another level up. This is for Golmu the Illuminated, our Elementalist. Now, what did you actually take? You took Flames. Chain Evocation. Like I said, I don't really know these ones yet. Elemental Gateway. Sure. I haven't played with these new classes other than the Battle Saint. Keeper's Mark. Are we ready? Are we ready to ascend even higher? Getting so holy right now. Ridiculous. New Empire skill. Ooh, the first Astral. Combat spells reduce the cost of further combat spells. Yes. Yes, they do. Thank you. We got his main leader in that fight. We captured somebody. Sure. Remains, sure. Ruler had to withdraw to the void. Other ruler declared rivalry. Alright, that's fine. Those two made a defensive pact, but you know what? It's too late. I'm already at war with both of you. Ended their rivalry. Made friends. Don't care about bounties. We're being pillaged. Alright, we'll deal with that in a second. Shop of Secrets. Alright, what do you got? Now this one does let you explore the world. Reveals the entire map. It's a little late for us now. We've basically already done that. This could be really nice in the early game though. And we know where everyone is, so that's useless. I could buy a bunch of knowledge. I think I will, and then we're just going to need to increase our mana income, so give it. Confirm. I'll buy 1,000 knowledge. That's 2.5 turns of research. That gives us Consecrate Domain. We need 1 research, and we get another tome. Obviously, we're the anointed people. Done. Did I, Shinosuke? Whoops. That was not what I meant to do. Performance improvements, and that's not as good as it sounds. Okay, you. How dare you pillage my place? You dare? What do you got? Garbage. Demon-looking garbage. We hate that. I don't think we're gonna have to do it. Yeah. Nope. Survive due to the survive at 1 HP ability. A graceful judge mount. That's actually kind of interesting. Kha Meh, how do you feel about that? So we're using a white horse. It's very fast. It's cavalry. A graceful judge mount gives us touch of grace. A 0 action that just gives a stack of grace to a unit. Sure. Oh, looking good. Looking good. I feel like we're making a lot better use of equipment this game than we did last game. Much, much better. All right, run over here. No extra siege. Shipyard, excellent. We want to build the tier 4, excuse me, and we can afford it, so I'm gonna queue it up. I want that so I can get the oracles. All right, and we're broke, so you can't do anything. We're gonna be broke. Collected. You were falsely denounced. Oh, dude, come on. Come on now. And my rock friend is still my rock friend. Let's see a battle. We'll see if we can find a good one. It's not going to be these random scouts getting ganked. right, we have that ready. I don't want that yet. All right, and we don't need that prepared. You can only keep 2 slots until you unlock the 3rd one, so I don't want to prepare things I'm not going to cast. All right, let's do it. Again, this isn't going to be worth watching, so we'll auto that one. All right, and you vassalize. All right, do we see any more of his units nearby? The answer is no. All right, where's that other guy? You. Did you never expand? Or do you have like stuff underground? Yeah, what's up with that guy? Oh, were you the chosen destroyer? Hang on a second. Were you the chosen destroyer? Are you that dum-dum? That's you. Yeah, you're chosen destroyers. You can't get another city. Okay. I'm a lot less worried about you then. I highly doubt you've conquered very much. Okay. Okay. Speaking of okay, go stand on the exit so no one can leave. I don't think I'm going to go down there this turn on the off chance we get ambushed. All right, and I'm so glad we had this unit. That was actually really surprising. He must have like slow boated it all the way up here from way down here. So I'm very, very happy about that. You could just chill here for the time being. Actually, you know what? Can we go talk to him? Maybe he'll move. Let me go see that. You're good. You're good. You're good. An alliance? Yes, my rock friend. I will have an alliance with you. Look at that. We rock together. Okay, Lhasa, finished building. I need money. What do you have that produces money? A Hall of Devotion. I need money. I also need mana. If you can't do money, can you do mana? And the answer is yes. We will rock you. They play that literally every time we visit them. It's like if you live in Alabama, then they play like Sweet Home Alabama constantly. Or if you live in Virginia and they play Country Roads constantly. My state does not have a song like that, luckily. Drifting ley lines aftermath. Having strayed far from the original alignments, the drifting ley lines are slowing down. Astral stability is re-emerging. Spells are less volatile, and the empowering tether that ethereal being shared is severed. Okay, well, that's great. That didn't really affect me, if I'm being honest. All right, can you please move? Will you? You know what? I'm even willing to pay. We got plenty of Imperium. Okay, that means I can go do that over here also. Hey, what is this? What is this? I think I don't see you. We can do that here too. That has been very annoying. Okay, so I don't think he has any units to come retake this. I feel pretty safe continuing our conquest. Let's, no, not abort that. No. Yes. Go down below. Okay, there we are. And then back atop. You, come here. Enter. Enter. Okay. Everyone's down here. Let's go forward. I love the little minecart rails that they add for the underground roads. I really like that. Wait a minute. Oh, this is coming from above. Okay. I was gonna say, does he have another city up here? But I don't think that's the case. All right. Unless you rebuilding real fast, friend, you're in a lot of trouble. Build a library. That's how much trouble you're in. We're gonna write a book about how much trouble it is. Bolster defense. Think about that one. Give me more order. Yeah, protect yourself so you can come back to life. Right, you're continuing down. You were just returned, unfortunately. Level renown, excellent. And you actually had another point. Other rulers started a war. All right. Okay, purple, good luck. Good luck with that. Man, how come I never get living fogs when I actually want those on people? Hello. I actually found a new place. All right, hold that thought. You withdraw the stone. I can't believe there's someone I'm not friends with. We have to fix this. We'll help you, friend. We'll help you. All right, intern. More than an outpost would cover. Yeah, I thought maybe there was something up here, but it looks like I said it was coming from up above. I like that feature that you can actually do that. All right. Anybody able to actually reach him and start the siege? Doesn't look like it. Next turn. All right, well, he can only fast build 1 unit per turn, so yeah, good luck. All right, where did that purple unit go? All right, I think my ally here got it. All right, let's go ask this guy to move. I should have done that like turn 5. All right, new tome. And we are going to go for... No. Nope. Yes. Tome of the Archon. This is another one of the new ones from the DLC. Ascended Rebirth. Revive is a vigil. Yeah, we can just res units essentially with that. We have Pure Souls. Minor race transformation. At the start of combat, dispel each turn. Dispel a negative effect. If the negative effect has an opposite, you get it. Holy Aura, gaining status protection to adjacent friendly units and damaging enemy units. We have Celestial Guardian. Target leader of an army gains Celestial Guardians, which spawns in tier 3 Archon units to defend them. And Summon Astra, a tier... What are you, 5? Yeah, tier 5 mythic unit. This is a pretty nice unit. I did have a game where I played that. Just inflicts condemned and summoned defense and sundered resistance on everything they attack. Very nice.
Rejoice, for the Archons descend from the heavens once again. The day of reckoning has arrived, and you stand exalted with titans and angels. Herald their arrival. Witness how their wrath wreaks havoc on the wicked, and their blessings bestow grace upon the blameless. You, righteous one, fear death no more, for ascension is attained through sacrifice.
Man, I want all 3 of these really badly. This is by far the biggest effect. As cool as this is, I am going to take that first. We do have multiple more wars to go, so it's not like this is the end as soon as this guy dies. All right, done. Hall of Devotion. I'm still kind of sort of broke. Let's build a bathhouse. Build a library. Yeah, Hall of Devotion. Another province. All right, you need woods cutters still. This would give me mana. Let's take the mana. Let's take the mana. You could do mana here. We'll just get a mine. Let's get the mine. God, this is what it feels like to actually have an economy. It's crazy. 10% damage against things that have debuffs. Evocations deal 50% more damage. Sure. Okay, don't care about any of those. Or any of those at the moment. Actually, hang on. We have anoint people. Yes. We gotta get anointed. That's actually gonna take me a hot minute to cast too. Okay, this would lower the upkeep for angels that we're gonna summon, so I will go ahead and grab that. It's not super amazing, but it's fine. Prelude to Doom. Your Doom, maybe. Okay, he's happy with us. He's unhappy with us. And he just got vassalized. Okay, we need to go move a stone again. Our other stone is here. Draw whispering. Give a whispering. And actually, we should probably grab that tribute. Where is that? Other vassals give 10 gold. Yeah, this makes 80 gold for us right there. We have enough vassals that'll matter now. Astros are tier 5. Yes, they are. Why summon angels when you can become an angel? Que Kiros dos. We could have both of those things. Angels and have angel friends. Too good to be true. A little celestial joke for you there. Who am I kidding? You can never be good enough. All right, get in there. All right, start the siege. Add siege project. We are going to foresee your downfall. We're going to harass your defenders, and we're going to blow up your towers. These are things that will happen. Just do not resist. All right, 3 turns till we blow through him. Aha! Your turn to lose a scout. He must have been camouflaged, so I couldn't see him very well. All right, continue over here. All right, you are finally ready to build, to build Oracle. And let's actually get the Apex. The extra Imperium might be vaguely useful. I'm pretty sure the Angels have Imperium upkeep, so. All right, more research from here. Let's grab the stone walls. We can put another province in. All right, let's grab 2 more waters so that we can do all the water buildings if we get that far. He's spamming Blizzard on me. Not going to change anything, man. A province was pillaged by your vassal. Good to know. Hey, good job, man. Good job. Okay, and okay. No. You chuckled. Well, thank you. I appreciate the effort. All right, and they ambushed my scout. I don't know what you were doing, scout. That's kind of on you, man. That's not on me. That was you. That was totally you. All right, we have 2 more turns. Can't attack them while they're in there. Bathhouse is done. Let's grab the shrine. We are gonna need to pump mana if we're gonna be summoning angels, so. You go over here. Hey friend, would you please move? That's fine. Yeah, please just move. I needed that so long ago. That was ridiculous. All right, and you again are just kind of the floating defense at the moment, so yeah, let's head over there. It's fine. All right, auto explorer. All devotions done. More mana, please. Okay, we have your vassals grant 10% more resources in tribute. Why, yes, they do. I'll take it. Yeah, I just feel like this is just I mean, it's not like a super complicated build or anything, but it just feels good. Like, we make allies, then us and our allies fight people, and we make them into vassals who give me stuff. That's the build. It just works. It's not the typical Babel too convoluted for his own good stuff. All right, 1 turn, and we got Holy Aura before that popped. Okay, Siege Magic, Ascended Rebirth is okay. I'm gonna shuffle. I want the angels. Yes. Please start researching the angels. Okay. Okay, move up there. Ooh, we got our first Oracle. Pretty cool looking unit. Devotees of Good. Scrying Eye. Immune to flanking. Immune to becoming distracted. Okay, has Mystic Blast. Striking Portent. Friendly units in a 1 hex gain True Strike and 2 Fortune for 3 turns. Healing Portent. Units in a 1 hex get 40 healing and precog. This is just straight up better than our supporters. So we're going to start heading down here with her. Maybe she'll be able to catch up with the group at some point. And again, more. We want to trade out our other units for those in our main fighty army. City awaits its fate. Oh, they retook this at some point. All right, we'll vassalize it. Thank you, allies, I guess, for doing that for me. Walls are done. Move up to tier 4. Produce a shrine. Let's grab the mana obelisk. Trade proposal. I want peace. No. Sorry, friend. No. Hey, can we have peace now? I'm sorry. I went up and tried to steal your wonder and your magic material that you'd already claimed. My bad, you know. Not proud. Alright, I can't imagine these are high tier. Yeah, a bunch of tier 1s. Yeah. This is not going to be the fight that I'm going to look at. I'm going to auto that one. We will definitely do one before the playthrough's done. A big fight. We'll do at least one, but not this one. No. You move in. Auto those 3 units. Goodbye. Take that. Alright, he's gone. Ding dong. You have crumbled the last defenses of Arador Deepcut and cast him into the astral void, banishing him from the realm. Whatever schemes he had in the works, none shall come to fruition. The last of his misguided troops flee to hide in the hills and woods. His scaly cannibals, their spirits crushed by their false idol's yoke, now find themselves at your mercy. What should we do with them? Alright, we can hold a parade. We lose gold and gain Imperium. We're swimming in Imperium. I don't want to do evil things. We'll do a good thing. There you go, buddy. Alright, and you are going to be vassalized. Please do not resist. Alright, 1 down. 2 to go. But my voice is absolutely shot. We're at 3.5 hours tonight, so I'm going to call it there. My plan is tomorrow, we should be finishing Wandering Sword. We have at most, I've been told, about 3 hours left, and I'm going to be so happy to be done. Hopefully we don't have the internet problems. They seem to be mostly in the morning for whatever reason. Tonight's been perfectly fine. This morning was perfectly miserable. So if you've been watching the Wandering Sword thing, you're welcome to join on in. I don't think I'll do an evening stream, most likely. This is usually the day I do my lawn mows and stuff. There's an off chance I will, so make sure you're part of the Discord and you can get the notification if I do decide to go live. Otherwise, I will see you guys for Dominions on Friday. Saturday will be probably the finale of this one. I can't imagine this will take me more than 1 stream. And then that would put Astronauts on Sunday. Just another reminder, since there's a decent amount of people in here, I do start back at my full-time job on Monday. So the morning streams won't be happening. The stream schedule in general is going to shift around. I imagine it'll still probably be something like a Sunday, a Monday evening, a Wednesday evening, and a Friday evening, but we'll see how the cookie crumbles there. So things are kind of up in the air. Again, I encourage people to join the Discord. I always do at everyone when I'm going live, and if you don't want the notifications, you could just mute the channel and you won't get them. Beyond that, don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying yourself. That's really appreciated. If you're not a member, I hope I've earned your subscription. We are this close to 6,000 subs. We're like right at the cusp. I'd be very happy to get that before I go back to work. That'd be a balm on my weary soul, let's put it that way. And if you want to go above and beyond, of course, you can leave a super thanks, a super chat, or become a member of the channel. All the normal stuff. All right, guys, I gotta rest my voice. I'm gonna lose it for good otherwise. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Gobble out.